What? This is your hellhound boss, Saerin. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello, Camo. Finally catching a stream live again. Welcome back. Hello, Exotic Fungus, Rui, Ryan, Himachin, Fernando, Regulus's mustache jaded scientist. Hello, hello. Good time zone to all. I love the ASMR stream. Please do more. Hazukashi. Hello, 3 times faster. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. Today, we are going to be exploring more with Reverse 1999. Last time we finished the main event story. Woo! But there's still many questions left unanswered. Who is this lady? Where did she go? She just jumped over a bridge and disappeared. 𝐂𝐚𝐭 Today we'll get you. That's right, that's right. The ASMR was very nice, boss. You're very talented. Oh, no. No. I feel like I should listen to it over again for studying purposes so I can do better, but I can't bring myself to listen to it. Hello, K-Rider. Welcome in. Oh, new code. Thank you. Honorary pack rat. What is this referencing? The only rat I know is the ones in Melania's hands. Eeyore. Yes. We will bring you home by force if needed. That's right, Himachin. That's correct. A story more convoluted. More tap-taps on the packages, please. Yes, more tap-taps. The tap-taps are actually some of my favorite sounds. But it's hard to do it with the glove. The taps don't sound as good. Sad. But yes. Today we are going to be doing the 𝐂𝐚𝐭 story quest. Also, I finally watched the Chinese version of the trailer, of her character trailer, because I want to find out how to say her name. But she says it so differently. What? What? Thank you so much for the gifted Memby Exotic. Welcome in, Ryder-kun, to the interns. What? Oh, yeah. Welcome. Report to the basement. Immediately. Aren't there gloves with nails? That's true. We caught the common rider. That's right. 𝐂𝐚𝐭 is what I hear. Actually, you know, when you look at the Chinese characters, they only have 2 Chinese characters written out, and it's just the 𝐂𝐚 part. They don't have the ZI. So I don't know what kind of conspiracy theory is behind all of this, but it's a little different. Oh, hello, Taco. I hope you've been well too. Ryan, count your days of being free. Ryan's hiding amongst the bushes. 1 sniper in position. Ju sounds very close to Joe. There's no way. That is not Mr. Apple. Mr. Apple, you can't go around spreading misinformation. When I get paid, I will go overboard and go, oh no, buy something for yourself. She's called 𝐂𝐚 in the CN version. Is this true? This doesn't seem right at all. I feel like I'm being gaslit. Google Jew pronunciation means Joe. There's no way that Google Translate pronounced her name as Joe. That's criminal behavior. Actually, I had one of my friends teach me how to say it. Ryan. Oh, Regulus's mustache, Mr. Apple, Felix, Nightmare Soft, and I Love Baguette are down. They are down, bleeding on the ground. Freshly shot. I'm freaking invisible.
What?
For now. Only for now. I'm hit medic. Someone mouth to mouth on Regulus's mustache. We need the medics. Stat.
What?
What do they see? What do they say in those medical dramas? They say like 500 cc blood infusion. 100 bolts of lightning. Go. Something like this. Something like this.
What?
Your nano machines won't save you for long, Ryan. 200 bolts. Yes, yes, yes. Gather the 200 bolts of lightning. We got the whole reverse cast change. You're right. You're right. Into the suitcase. Into the suitcase. Like a Pokemon battle. Regulus, Apple, Baguette, aka Matilda. You're right. Sounds like you need a mad scientist. You're already living in my walls. I feel like you're probably already mad. He's making the mother of all omelets. Omelette. Burden's gonna be mad at us. We're on a different basement. I mean suitcase. No. Gather here. We do the pre-processing. Verdun does the post-processing. I stayed up all night and it's 8 a.m. here now. I had to sleep. I really wanted to catch your stream and say a quick hi. Oh, get some good sleeps. Get some good sleeps. What were you doing all night? Were the other interns keeping you up in the basement? But have some good sleep, Shido. No sleep. I feel like I've actually never pulled a full all-nighter before. I don't think I've ever pulled a full all-nighter. I think the latest I've ever stayed up until was 10 a.m. And does that count as an all-nighter if I then sleep for the whole day? Like, do you have to go 24 hours? I bought a physical copy and never played Souls game. Very nice, very nice. I need to continue my Dark Souls journey too. We will never sleep because sleep is for the weak. So true, besties. Say is too weak for a full all-nighter. It's true. It's when the sun starts coming out and the birds start chirping that I feel like I've done something wrong and I need to close my eyes. I did when I finished the YouTube to you 1 to 30 and one go, oh my god. Oh, whatever your activity today, have fun, mommy say. I guess I'm asleep now. Good night. Good morning and night to you. All-nighter means you don't sleep the day before, nor the night, and the day after. Ayya. Ayya. No. Say can't let the bags from under her eyes form. Exactly. I need to keep them nice and bright. Nice and bright. I pulled an all-nighter. I stayed up all night and the following day. All for a 7 to 10. Great. Oh, you should write an angry email to them. Say, do you know what I've sacrificed? Do you understand what I've done? And then show them photos of your under-eye bags. One all-nighter is nothing compared to double all-nighters. Experience talks. I can't even imagine. I'm early for the first time. Welcome in, Sky. I can hardly recognize you when you're here so early. I got 2 hours till work. Oh, and more you welcome in. We'll do some pre-work gaming. Oh, graveyard shift. Oh, I always wonder how people sleep when they take the night shift. Like, do you effectively become a nocturnal creature? Is that the case? What if you need to go grocery shopping? What if you have no more toilet paper and all the stores are closed? What do you do? The sock method? I've only heard of people using the sock method in the public. In public restrooms. I don't think I've heard. I can't imagine myself ever doing that, but when you're in need, I guess. After a certain amount of time, you will stop feeling tired. That sounds like you're an evil genius. You're like turning people into robots. I'm more of a night owl from working nights in the past, and it's stuck. Ah, it means I finish at 6:30, so the stores will be open by then. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. I assume your DPS is Ju. I tried that and didn't work. I still need to roll her. She's been evading me. Well, with me, I used to do 7 to 7, but not all days through the week. Oh. But for the days that you aren't doing night shift, do you still keep to your nocturnal routine so it doesn't throw off the rest? There's a plant referred to as nature's toilet paper because it's got super soft leaves. It's just a shame that the leaves are the same shape as Devil's Club, which isn't so soft. Now I'm just imagining a select group of people, instead of packing like tissues and napkins in their purse or in their pockets, they pack these nature toilet paper leaves as backup. I would love that. I would love that. I also did 12 to 8, so places are open before I go home. Oh. No, but it does screw my sleep schedule. Very true. Alright, you night owls. I'm also quite a night owl. I do my most productive work in the middle of the night, between the hours of 12 and 3. But how do I segue this into playing Reverse 1999? Someone give me a segue. Give me a segue. Hit me. On the off days on night shifts, I would be awake till 4 a.m. Oh, the toe taking hours. That's right. That's when I start polishing the toe collection. Leveling resonances is extremely cursed. Wow, boss, Reverse 1999 is looking good. You're so right. What are we playing? We are playing Reverse 1999. Let's head on over, folks. Very good, very good. Yes. Today we are continuing with our Reverse 1999 gameplay because the Notes on Shuori event is not over. We may have tackled the main event story, but many questions remain. Especially about our fair lady, Junyan. I can't even say her name anymore. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to call her anymore because I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, but I don't have the ability or capability to pronounce it correctly. Can I just call her Nyan Nyan? Nyan Nyan. Miss Nyan Nyan. Miss Nyan Nyan. Our little chaos, that's right. She is extremely more chaotic than I originally anticipated. Call her Joe Nancy. I in some ways really love that, but in some ways questionable. Our little alcoholic, that's right. The return of Senya. Who is that? Who is that? I don't recognize such a person. But yes. Miss Nyan Nyan, she is definitely more chaotic than originally anticipated. I remember early on when we started playing, we were wondering if she's more of a disaster than Matilda-ky, and at that time I thought, no way. There's no way she's more chaotic compared to Matilda-ky, right? Matilda-ky has been seen multiple times hiding amongst trash bags. But I was wrong. She's worse. I don't know if we can fix her. But let's see. I believe this is her character event, her character story. Light to the Tavern. Ooh, the music here is cute. She has her little dolls, Little dolls. So let's see, shall we? Shangrui, Ju, a distant city. Busy markets and lively taverns, the daily affairs of the mundane world. Look at her position. Look at her though. Look at her. She's doing, is this what people call the man spread? Is this the neutral position for la man? a neutral sitting position for la man? Is it so? Is she man spreading? Just, you know, air baiting? Alpha male. She's an alpha male. I don't sit like that, that's for sure. Oh, do I ever sit like this? I feel like I sit like this in the back seat of people's cars. You know, I just need to assert some dominance when I enter someone else's vehicle. IDK. That's a comp position, maximum comp to the town. Prelude. Yeah, I don't sit like that in my own car, just other people's cars. I just thought I wanted to clarify that. Ooh, it's back to the Taoist. A 𝐂𝐴𝐚 is not supposed to— oh, she's talking too fast! Be a 𝐂𝐴𝐚 and then you will understand her. What did she just say to us? What did she just say to us? Okay, thank God. Currently sitting sorta like that. Get conf, get conf. A 𝐂𝐴𝐚 is not supposed to have any personal feelings. She fell because of you, because of the personal feeling. Remember that. Stay in the city, be their guardian, be a 𝐂𝐴𝐚. Be a 𝐂𝐴𝐚, and then you will understand her. This Taoist individual definitely does not have experience with many children. Isn't it rule number 1, don't drop your kid? Rule number 2, don't say their parents died or failed at their dreams because of you. This seems unadvised. Say ruining people's cars since 1999? I wouldn't say I was ruining it. I would say I was adding a certain je ne sais quoi to the quality of the air within those vehicles. I thought Say was saying she was too short to reach the pedestal of the car, so she had to get in some weird position. How dare you? How dare you doubt my driving abilities? Have you lost a 50-50 on JIU's banner? I did! I got Miss New Babble. How's the grinding since last 1999 stream? I think I was grinding the wrong thing, so I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure how we're gonna do. We probably have some singular roles. So we shall see, we shall see. Earthen ramparts and stone wall rise up on the horizon. The towering city gates loom ahead. Travelers come and go, pausing only briefly within the gate's shadow to undergo inspection before being granted entry into the city. A bullock cart, sandwiched within the procession, slowly advances. It is halted in its tracks. Hey, stop there. What's in the cart? Just some dried mushrooms I bought to sell, sir. Oh my god, Ezra's in here. Ezra cameo. Despite this claim, the thatched mat covering the cart is bulging unnaturally, as though something is hidden underneath. The guard prods it with the scabbard of his sword. What? I feel like I've seen this happen in dramas before, where they just start stabbing your cargo, but what if it's marked fragile? Would they have to compensate me for my broken goodies? A small figure springs out from underneath it, startling everyone in the vicinity. She is chewing on a piece of dried mushroom, mumbling underneath her breath.
To Pèi City.
Cute! Oh my gosh, she's so adorable. She has like leaves in her hair. She looks like such a rascal. Well, boss, I'd rather poke it with a pointy stick than risk losing a pinky. Well, if they lose a pinky, I'll compensate them. But if I lose my goods, they should compensate me. I like how the citizen was not in on it at all. She just accidentally illegally stowed some foreign citizen into the city. Who are you? Why are you in my cart? You're eating my mushrooms. Oh, Mommy isn't here. The Taoist asked me to go to the city. Pèi City. I'm hungry. Perhaps she got separated from her family. What's your name? Where did you come from? The guard extends his hand to help her down from the cart. She rejects the offer, instead grabbing another handful of mushrooms and stuffing them into her mouth. Then, with a death leap, she lands on the back of the ox pulling the cart. Hey, kid. Get down now. He's using the dad voice. Run! The girl moves nimbly, like a little bouncing bean, striding with ease as she darts between the carts and horses. In the blink of an eye, she vanishes without a trace. There's so many bean mentions. They're all sinners. Someone needs to compile all the child models of the characters in reverse. They really should. They're so adorable. I think my favorite is still Baby Verdon, though. And her little blep. Ooh, tap here to watch an exclusive story. Tap here to explore events behind the scene. Ooh, they've split out the battle and the story side. During the event, you can participate in a total of 4 surveys. After completing the observations, you can also make deductions on the current events. Naruhodo. Ah!
Yes.
Yes! Yes! Please, thank you so much for the donut. Thank you. Choo! Yes! Let's do the story, shall we? So many bean mentioned. 37's about to go ballistic. She's about to toss everyone in the ocean. Every single person. The 3rd and the 9th. And they're talking about numbers too. Dun 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 dun. The main street of Pèi City bustles with activity. Crowds throng the thoroughfare. The cries of vendors ring out. Silks drape high over the streets, and piles of red pomegranates and walnuts rise in little towers on the market stalls. A vendor pulls some freshly baked sesame buns out of the earthen oven behind him and lays them in a steaming stack on the stall counter. They exude an aromatic fragrance. Buns. Buns. Are we only doing JIU's story today? That's right. The little girl is huddled in front of the stall, her head barely peeking above the tabletop, her eyes unblinking, transfixed by the sesame buns. Momo. She's now been retitled as the child beggar. Not like this. Not like this. Well, I guess that's accurate. The little girl points into her open mouth with her finger. She just wants people to start tossing buns into her mouth. She's already preparing for the catch. Oh my god. No money, no food. I'm running a business here. Now go away. Shoot. Would you say no to little Joe? Little Nyan Nyan? If she came up to you asking for some buns, would you shoo her away? Hello, Emiliano. Welcome in. I don't get survey other than just battle only part. Oh. The little one, not understanding a word, casually snatches up a bun and devours it. You know, in times like this is when you gotta karate chop the child's throat. Isn't that what they do in movies? You karate chop them, and then the whole bun flies back out, and then you sell that bun. In recent days, the entire merchant hub has come to know this little beggar, whose origins remain unknown, as she wanders the streets all day and night. I would not let her take it. Exactly. We need to teach her discipline. Look how she's grown up. We need to discipline her. 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭 last survey fight at hard difficulty is pain. Uh-oh. Hey, beggar kid, give that back. You've been stealing buns for me for days. Oh no, it's a target. A targeted stall. Although the little one does not understand the purpose of these words, she can still sense the building rage behind them. She turns tail and flees, but before she can take more than a step— oh! The Chow is here. He looks exactly the same. This is like when years after you meet someone back again and you say, you look the same as the day I first met you. And for Chow, that is accurate. I've heard endless complaints about your stealing. You're not getting away. Not this time. I'll get you locked away in prison. Then you'll never steal again. 𝐿𝐸 is here too. I wouldn't have expected the Fachao to deal with little girls. I assume she committed a felony. Perpetually 40 years old. Yeah, in our case, it's not a compliment that we say he looks exactly the same as the day we met him. So we're just saying, you've always looked 40. Always. But 𝐿𝐸's looking good if he's maintained this look for years. The Asian genes, that's correct. They've been preserved. What you don't know, sir, is that this little beggar has been wandering the streets for days. No one knows where she came from. When she's thirsty, she drinks from the horse's troughs. And when she's hungry, she steals food from the vendors. This is the origin story. She first drank the water. She's quick as a stallion, too. No one could catch her when she entered the city. The patroller informed me a few days ago. 𝐂𝐡𝐚's the oldest character in reverse? Is that true? Is he even older than eternity? The little girl struggles, attempting to break free from the large hands that grip her. 𝐿𝐸 leans down to scrutinize the young offender. Huh? I like how he's just like, huh? Huh? Incredibly perplexed by her. He's almost 600, 300, 600, around 600 years old. Probably not as old as Arcana. Voyager or Alien T could be older. We trust the alien to assert dominance. What's your name? Have you ever been to school? No. Can you talk? I need to stay in the city. The city needs a 𝐒𝐴ngruy. She can talk. Perhaps she's from a decent family, and something happened to them. Isn't it too harsh to put a little girl who has suffered so much into prison? Let's not make a fuss of it. He's like self-reflecting. Children are pretty perplexing. It's true. Actually, I think that prison would provide her with food and shelter. In the meantime, I could work on locating her parents. Fachao was just trying to be kind. He was just trying to be kind by putting her in prison. Well, that is one way, I suppose. I'm sure the other little prisoners wouldn't be a bad influence on her. Definitely not. My apologies. I suppose you're considerate under that harsh exterior of yours. You're so poor that prison is a luxury, exactly. 𝐿𝐸 straightens up and strokes his beard. He appears to have already devised a plan for the beggar child's fate. Oh, the tavern! Did she start working at the tavern this young? After making their way down several streets, the three of them arrive at a tavern. It is filled with patrons. Amidst the clinking of cups and the raising of toasts, idle chatter and laughter abound, creating a scene of merriment. As they enter, the scent of liquor hits their nostrils. A graceful figure moves swiftly among the clientele, her presence as striking as it is efficient. Oh, is this the old boss? Oh, I'm just so shocked they have a face. Welcome, 𝐒𝐴𝐡𝐚𝐭. What brings you here? Take a seat. You came just at the right time. I have made some jars of melon brew that I haven't opened yet. I'm thinking that a couple of distinguished guests can do me a favor and have the first cup. Miss Shu. Ooh, Miss Shu. You slippery little thing. If 𝐒𝐴𝐡𝐚 hadn't come today, when would you have told us about these new arrivals? Poor us, not even qualified to smell it. That's right, citizen number 4. You have no rights here. Child labor, early market experience. Exactly, this is just life experience. Life experience. Miss Shu feigns annoyance, playfully scolding her patrons with a smile. They burst into laughter. As this moment passes, one patron stands to invite the 2 officials to take a seat.
No need.
We're not here to drink. You're not? Oh, well, everything's above board here. I've never even watered down a drink. Just ask my guests. They'll tell you. Don't worry, Miss Shu. We're just here to check up on the stores. Is everything going well with your tavern? Yes, everything's fine. Some drinkers can get really talky, but that's all. No troublemakers thanks to your management. You know, most days I have plenty of time to make the rice buns that I sell to the locals. But on liquor permit days, there are so many patrons in the tavern, and I have to serve all of them myself. Oh, she's leading up to it. She's leading up to the need for a little girl. I just found you a helper. Fachao steps aside. He's about to introduce the child to Miss Shu when he turns around to find that the little beggar has disappeared without a trace. She was here just now. Where did she go? She's already making an escape from the child labor. She's already running off. She doesn't want to be a child laborer. She wants to be a freeloader. Currently stuck at U2 30. This stage was a nightmare without Jews, 37 Miss Fable, and Lilia. Oh, mama. Wait, I have 2 out of 4 of those characters. Will I still survive? She's already in her walls. Yeah, this is like, is this a lead-in to the Parasite movie? She has burrowed away into the basements where she's gonna live for eternity now. After a thorough search, they find her curled up behind the counter. She refuses to answer any of their questions. 𝐒𝐴𝐡𝐚, don't tell me this is the new helper you were talking about.
All right. Exactly.
There's no way I can take her. She looks more like a wild beast than a child, and she can't even speak fluently. She seems totally uncivilized. How could a girl like this help me? Honestly, if she stays here, I'll have to spend just as much time taking care of her as I do the tavern. 𝐒𝐴𝐡𝐚, you better not throw this hot potato to me. Hot potato, hot potato. That's actually so true. She's gonna spend more time trying to wrangle Jew than anything else. You're right. She needs to be civilized. That's why I brought her here. Everyone in the city knows you're sharp as a tack. Why? You could teach a monkey to talk if you had to. Besides, you're a kind person. No one is more suited to take care of this little girl than you. She's using her kindness against her. No. She's just trying to run her business in peace. Now there's an underage child who's going to turn into an alcoholic that she needs to take care of. I will not surprise if she was drunk while still a child. That's true. That's true. Isn't it like the stereotype that in Russia they feed babies vodka to make them stop crying or something like that? I can see that happening to her. We have no clue where we might find her parents. We can't just let her wander the streets. What about the charity hall? I'm running a tavern here, not a school. Besides, she hasn't spoken a word since she got here. Is she some sort of dumb? Upon hearing the word dumb, the beggar girl stands up and dusts off her sleeves. She looks around the room, finally resting her gaze upon Miss Shu.
I'm not dumb. My mommy
Oh.
called me Joe.
Oh, yes. Ju, does that mean you're the 9th in your family? Well, it's easy to remember. See, she didn't say a word to us the whole way here, but she's already talking to you. This could be a terrible thing. You just call her dumb and then that provokes her to speak. I think it's because Ju sounds like the word 9 as well in Mandarin. That they're like, oh, maybe she's the 9th in her family. In medieval Europe, they gave booze to kids because alcohol kills bacteria, and they couldn't get clean water enough of the time. That must be a disaster. Can you imagine just a horde of drunk kiddos just raiding the village? The hot potato childcare, yes. 3 and 9. What kind of fate could this be if not a twisted one? Somehow, the pure gaze and innocent, carefree demeanor of this little beggar makes her difficult to shoo away. Eventually, Miss Shu's tone softens. Ju, huh? You've been begging for days, yet you still have the energy to run and hide in the tavern? You must be healthy. She's quite the runner. Many adults couldn't keep up with her. Maybe she can help you run errands. But you see, the extra food and clothing. I can barely earn enough money to feed myself. Oh. You hear that ka-ching? 𝐒𝐴𝐚𝐥𝐬 wastes no time in instructing Fachao to produce the settlement fee and hand it over to Miss Shu. The patrons gather, eager to see them out. But Miss Shu waves them off with a flick of her wrist. They laugh among themselves and return to downing their drinks. Oh, correction, those alcohol given to kids was pretty watered down. Oh, okay. I'm just picturing a whole city being taken over by drunk kiddos. This could be enough for now, but kids grow so fast, you know. I'll have to get her new clothes, new shoes, every now and then. I've heard many rumors of Shu's silver tongue. You surely don't disappoint. You've just won yourself the position of supplier of the shishi. You'll be responsible for the ceremonial liquors during festivals. Oh, not bad, not bad. Thank you so much, 𝐿𝐴𝐚𝐥. I'll make the best liquor for the ceremonies. And of course, I'll take good care of her. Oh, with matters concluded, 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐚𝐥 and Fachao do not linger any longer. There are still many tasks awaiting them in the city, and so they take their leave. Take the child and you'll get a government sponsorship? Exactly. She got a subsidy and a government sponsorship. Not bad, not bad, not bad. The tavern quickly regains its earlier liveliness. On this precious liquor permit day, not a single moment must be wasted. Miss Shu is still adjusting to the sudden arrival of her unexpected helper.
Okay, follow me.
You'll be staying in the tavern from now on. Starting tomorrow, you'll help me run the business. What? She'll help run the business? Honestly, I'd be happy enough if she just sat in a corner. Just sit in a corner. Play with some straw. If you need anything, just tell me. Oh, and don't steal from others again. Water, I'm thirsty. Water's in the yard. I'll get it for you. Wah. Two officials walk down the street, their pace leisurely as they converse about the events of the day. 𝐿𝐴𝐴𝐚𝐥, why did you do all that to help that beggar girl? When I first looked at that girl, I had the feeling that I'd seen her before. Besides, it would be a pity to have such a bright young thing roaming the streets. Oh? Does he know her mother? Is he her father? After work, I guess. Yeah, have a good time at work, Sylvia. Sounds too far-fetched. What do you mean? He already has a familial bond. An instant familial bond with her. Could he be Papa? Isn't her mother a 𝐒𝐴ng? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is confirmed or not, or if I'm just assuming from what the Tao said. But wasn't JIU's mom a 𝐒𝐴ng? And from that, I assume that she lived a long time. And you know who else lived a long time? Li Zhang. Look at him. Many years to curate this kind of beard. You know. The Chao nods, habitually pressing down on the short sword at his waist and casting a final glance back at the tavern before turning into a side street. Her mom is a 𝐒𝐴ng. Okay. Then it's possible. This love story is possible. Do they have DNA tests back in the day? Probably not, right? How do you tell if she's his child? Both her and her mom are Lu Shu. But JIU, in the main story, there were some times where she said she can't even be a proper Lu Shu, right? Does that mean she's half human, half Lu Shu? And do you know who else is human? Li Zhang. I don't know about you, but I'm sensing a connection. You'll sleep here tonight. It used to be a utility room, but I've cleaned it, and the bed is new. I heard that you slept on the street, so I guess you're not afraid of the dark. I slept in the room next to yours. Call me if you need anything. Okay. JIU is half Lu Shu. Exactly right. You see. It's coming all together. It's all coming together. I think she'll have to call Papi Li Zhang soon. Oh my god, she's so cute! Her little gestures. JIU rests her hand by her ear, tilts her head, and feigns the sound of slumber. The child's innocent and carefree spirit softens Miss Shu's heart, prompting her to leave a few tender instructions before departing. I'm alone now. Don't sleep on the street anymore. Yielding the moment, the child lies on the floor of the room. Tonight there are no twinkling stars to accompany her, no cool breeze to caress her, only the faintly discernible beams overhead. With a rustling sound, a troop of wooden dolls materializes out of thin air. They frolic and cavort on the bed, the ground, and on JIU's clothes. I can't believe she had these things when she was a baby. Oh my god. A new place. Fun. Oh my god. Yeah, like this. Oh no. Something terrible is gonna happen to Miss Shu. Least cursed adopted child? What do you mean? She actually adopted a cursed child. Liquor jars. Customers raising their cups. And isn't it the worst place that could have adopted her to? A tavern? A tavern adopted an alcoholic possessed child. The wooden dolls turn the day's sights into lyrical verses, into an endless song. One doll pushes through the others. What? Leaping down from the bed to whisper into JIU's ear. Personal feelings. You're having a lot. I thought they were going to start whispering something like, kill her, You don't need her. This tavern can be yours now. Kill her. Well, it's still early on. They could still do that. They're not personal feelings. You don't know anything. Don't forget what the Tao said. You're annoying. I'm sleeping now. I need to run a business tomorrow. Do you even know what a business means? Oh my god, she's so serious about it. I love her. Me neither. Maybe it means... I'll figure it out tomorrow. Cute. Turn her into a horse, exactly. Turn her into a horse. Horse. Oh, part 2. What the Shangruis do. I don't know why this just reminds me of the song Who Let the Dogs Out? Woof woof. Woof woof. As the sun begins to rise, so too does the sound of clanging and clattering, a cacophony of pots and pans crescendo, accompanied by the clinking of liquor jars being shuffled about. Suddenly, the door is thrust open. Dun dun dun.
Hey!
Rise and shine, girlie. It's the liquor permit day. Guests are coming. It's going to be a long day. If only they would go to work as early as they come to the tavern. What? What do you mean by would, Mr. Apple? What do you mean by this? I think 𝐂𝐤 turned Miss Shu into Lu Shu to take her back home to town. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be terrible. She's like lost in the wild, perhaps never to return. I guess during the jumping bridge ceremony, then maybe Miss Shu also turned back into a human? But she must be stranded out in the wild. Did she even survive? Perhaps she starved out in the wild desert plains. She maybe murdered her. Did you fall down in your sleep? Get up. Come on, don't get
I
cold.
don't wanna wake up.
Oh my god. She's so relatable. Sleep is good. What a lazy girl. No work, no food. You're not going to steal from me like you did from those vendors on the street. I'll get you to work. Miss Shu swiftly lifts the sluggard from the ground, dusts off the dirt from her body, wipes her face, and pushes her out the door. It seems that for the first time in years, 𝐂𝐤's not allowed to wake up on her own accord. In the tavern, our business is to sell people liquor and earn money. To work here, you'll need to be able to recognize all the liquors. Whatever the customer orders, we serve them. Every patron, rich or poor, has their own preferences. It is only through matching those preferences that you make money in this business. A wealthy man won't always want the most expensive wine, and a poor man won't always want the cheapest. Your first task is to memorize all the names of the different liquors. Omo. I don't want to do business. Too sleepy. This is when you start grabbing her by the ear. Saeon Woowa upcoming 1.1 patch. Who are you pulling, Jinchi or Chang Li? You know what? I was scrambling to do some pulls on Jinlin. Jinlin? Is that her name? Jinlin? I think so. I was scrambling to do pulls over the weekend. And instead, Yinlin! Correct! Yinlin! I was scrambling to get Yinlin, and instead I got Jianshin. I lost my first Wuwa 50-50. And now I don't know what to do. Jianshin is cool though. It's true, it's true, it's true. But also, there's a disaster because Wu already had some performance issues on my laptop. And since then, I've offloaded Wuwa onto my game drive, and now it has even more performance issues. Which I probably should have anticipated, but that means no Wuwa streams for the foreseeable future. Unfortunately. It's been investigated, yeah, and the investigation results is that it's doomed. I got Lin Yang too. She pawn, she do. Disaster, disaster. And I don't want to remember anything. The street is better. I just take whatever I want. Taking things without permission is called stealing. That's what thieves do. Listen here, in my tavern, you need to work to get food. Otherwise, I'll only give you water. Oh!
Every living person needs a certain job to make a living.
A water diet, H2O. Yes, you'll be tired, exhausted even. But through work, you can earn the food you need. I guess. Work for food or go hungry. This straightforward explanation leaves no room for debate. Miss Xu feels satisfied that she has corrected the girl's beggar-like behavior by a fraction or two. We're fixing her! We're fixing her! My 5-star is currently Rover, Ying, Lang, Calcharo, Encore, and Yinlin. How do you have so many already? How do you have so many? Miss Xu then leads Xu to the front hall of the tavern. As the sun rises higher, the streets become busier. Several early patrons have already arrived at the tavern and are now peering in from the entrance. Miss Xu quickly ushers them to their seats and ladles out their liquor, serving them according to their respective preferences. Once they settle in, Miss Xu takes Xu aside for more detailed instruction. You know what? She sounds like a Starbucks barista. You know, when you go to the same Starbucks shop every day, and then they remember your order and spell your name correctly? That's the God's work she is doing right now. I got really lucky on my pulls, and it's a free-to-play! Oh, mama! How do you all play a bunch of gacha games at the same time? With much discipline, inner strength, and the will to carry on. The will of the waifus. The will of the waifus. Different liquors taste different and have different costs. There are 3 aspects through which you can tell liquors apart: transparency, scent, and taste. A good liquor should be transparent, have a mellow aroma, and have a long-lasting aftertaste. Ooh.
No.
That's what the customers are after. Hi, Tabinako. Hi. I just realized why Shu commented about 3 and 9. Shu and Ju can be read as 3 and 9 respectively in Chinese. Oh, I got the Ju part, but not Shu can be 3? I'm like counting in Mandarin in my head. Accompanied by Ju, Miss Xu saunters past the liquor cabinet, where rows of liquor jars stand like a troop of portly warriors, awaiting the general's inspection. The vermilion paper jackets on the jars present their whimsical nicknames, each more amusing than the last, while wafts of fragrant spirits drift from their rims. Ooh, yeah. In olden days in China, they store their liquor in potted jars. And they just use like layers of paper cloth to seal them. Gotta go now, boss. No worries. Thank you for coming by, Camo. Reverse 1999 is the only gacha game that really caught my eye after having left Fate. Oh, FGO rate up is a lie. I heard that is the case. I heard that FGO rate up is indeed a lie. They smell better than flowers, and each one has a different scent.
Of course.
Is it true that you can get turned up, as the kids say, just by smelling alcohol? Like just huffing it up, just snifferooning? Is this true? Just the sniffle can get you intoxicated?
Come here.
Now look at these jars. This is Feng Shui. The next one is Earth Spring. The one above is West Fair. And here's the bestseller, Great Mister. These names. This is the San Le liquor. My ancestors learned the recipe from Persian merchants. It's made of multiple fruits and helps work up your appetite and digest food. Ooh.
小九.
Do you remember all that? Repeat what I just said. What did she just say? Morning, mister? Something spring? Oh, and western wind. Let's bet on that 3, shall we? Let's bet on that 3. Did we get it right? Oh, not bad. Earth Spring and Great Mister, West Fair, and Feng Shui. I 100% score. A++++, as expected of a student of my caliber. Ju counts on her fingers, carefully recalling each detail. Oh, dirty things, West hair, crazy sir. Ju, you need to learn from me. You need to learn from me. Be like me. Enlarge your brain. And hello, Kimberly. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, also, I did see that Uma Musume did their global announcement. Exciting. I can't believe it's been so long. And they're finally releasing it global. Sunny liquor helps workout. This laughing track. Ju's words draw laughter from the patrons, who have been keenly listening to this recent round of instruction. Old drinker. What an interesting errand girl. I think her names are even better than yours. Mr. Shen, don't make fun of her. What was that? She didn't recount a single word correctly. That I would surrender to 𝐒𝐴𝐚𝐥𝐬 so easily? In so few words, he convinced me to commit this act of charity, and he said I was the one with the silver tongue. Who knew that kind Miss Shu would get so frustrated? You sound like a stubborn old teacher. Not sure about the stubborn and old part, but yes, I'll have to become at least a half teacher. This is the little girl 𝐒𝐴𝐚𝐥𝐬 brought here. Her name is Ju. Though she lacks social skills, she seems pretty smart. Where did she get that from? What led her to believe that she's pretty smart? She can just sense it. She can just sense it. Keyword seems. Keyword. The Taoist said smart is good. You're being too harsh on her, Miss Ju. It's not Ju's fault. The names are hard to remember. You should teach her little by little, like how we start drinking liquor from a small cup and then move on to a bowl. Let her start with serving the liquor. Come, Ju, give me a bowl of Earth Spring. It's her first day. She won't know which is which. I'll get it. Before she can move, Ju dashes to the liquor cabinet. She peers left and right, fiercely sniffing the air. Determined to pinpoint which jar contains Earth Spring, Miss Zhu jumps on the opportunity, signaling with her eyes for Zhu to fetch the third jar on the first row. Oh! Cheating! 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 Is it still cheating if the teacher gives you the answer? Is it cheating if the teacher gives you the answer? See? She did it! Told you she could handle it. Maybe she'll even replace you in a couple years. Ah! The foreshadowing. No, it's not cheating? Are you sure? I couldn't ask for more. She'll do all the work and I'll just sit back and enjoy my life. Not to mention that I won't have to deal with the mess you leave behind anymore. It's not cheating, it's just learning at that point. Yes, I agree with you. Exactly. Your time's up. Ancient Chinese man. He actually did effectively say that, didn't he? Upon opening the jar of Earth Spring, a unique fragrance bursts forth. The Pèi River winds around Pèi City, and it is from the river's upper reaches that Miss Zhu draws her water. For only this crisp and clear liquid can brew such a uniquely fragrant liquor. Open book exam. Do you like open book exams? I feel like they're always a trap. The open book exams are a trap. You spend 90% of your time trying to find the right chapter. It's a trap. It's a trap. I don't like it. Exactly, it's a trap. And they expect you to know more difficult things. In college, open book exam is very common, really? Was it? I feel like it only happened to me when the teachers were especially lazy. It's not good for learning. I'm like, if it's gonna be open book, can it be open laptop as well so I can just Control F? Open book exams are always harder. Exactly. It's a trap. It's a trap. I'm not gonna say it. Oh! Were you gonna say, is a gorgeous, beautiful, magnificent hellhound creature that I will serve for my whole life? That is true. That is true. Ryder-kun, that is correct. Thank you for not asking. Old Drinker is imagining the liquor from the jar filling his porcelain bowl in a steady stream, but the young girl before him plunges her hands into the jar, scoops up a handful of the crisp, exquisite liquor, and presents it to him, cupped in her hands. That nasty. That nasty. Drink, sir.
Please.
Say is my favorite Hellhound VTuber. Oh, thank you. You're my favorite Kimberly. And she didn't wash her hands exactly. She was probably scratching her butt right before this. My college had a trend of open book exams, but of course it tends to be in the form of essay. Isn't opening a book technically passing the exam? Since you opened a book. Open book exam, you just opened a book and say you're done. Liquor ruined. Liquor ruined. How is she gonna repent for this? Before she can finish speaking, the Earth Spring liquor has already slipped through her fingers, drenching the patron's lapel. The tavern's patrons are at first taken aback, then they burst into hearty laughter. These guests love liquor. They cherish it dearly, but what they love even more is the atmosphere that comes with drinking it. Aww. For these patrons, when they are enjoying liquor, all things are filled with joy. Sorry about this one-of-a-kind palm drink. It's her first day here. Please give her some patience. Have 2 more bowls of West Fair on the house. She already said she was on the verge of losing money in her business. I would give you the earth spring, but she put her hands into it, so I'm afraid the flavor has been altered. Now it's been marinating with JIU's fingies. JIU's fingy sauce. Despite these apologies, Miss Shu does not blame the girl. Instead, she examines her small hands over and over, fearing the strong liquor might have burned her skin. She then fetches a cloth to clean up the spilled liquor on the table. If it's that strong that it burns the skin on your hands, how are you supposed to drink it? Is it even drinkable at that point? Do you want it to burn your stomach lining? Is that the goal? They're all so sweet. They are. They're all so sweet. Old Drinker is not annoyed in the slightest. Having gained 2 large bowls of West fare for free, he is naturally delighted and moves to another table to continue drinking. He's like all according to plan.
How strange.
He didn't get angry. He just kept drinking. He's an alcoholic Jew. Don't learn from him. They're all sweet, unlike Forget-Me-Not. So true. You'll burn your esophagus first. It'll cool down once it gets to the stomach. Ah! Whoa! You're so wise. I want to see Child Anna and Lee. If we get like Child Anna and Lee playing with Child Ju, that would be so adorable. Especially in her new skin. It tastes complicated. It can bring people joy, but also great sorrow. I'll leave it to you to find out, but only after you grow up. Hearing this, Ju immediately dips her fingers into the puddle of liquor on the table, intending to taste it. She needs to stop marinating. Fortunately, Miss Ju intercepts her. Good interception, good interception. I just said after you grow up. Don't be so hasty, little lady. And don't use your hands. I know that's how you used to drink from the troughs, but here it's very rude. From now on, no matter if it's water, tea, or liquor, use a bowl. It's called manners. Tomorrow I'll buy a bowl with your name on it, so you won't confuse yours with the others, and ask questions when you don't know what to do. Don't just act on impulse like you did today. Understood? As she speaks, Miss Shu tilts the liquor jar in her hand. With a gentle gurgling sound, the liquor streams like a string of glazed beads spilling onto a jade plate and fills the clay bowl of the patron in front of her. Oh, actually, you know what? Do you think this little Scooby Doodad is what older Ju has in her hair? Did she forcibly inherit Miss Shu's liquor ladle? Liquor ladle? Her little liquor ladle? I feel like when she turned Miss Shu into a horse, she just snatched up the ladle and put it in her hair like a fiend. That'd be kind of cool, I think so. Yeah, kind of cool, but also similar to what mass murderers do. Keep a little memento of her horse victims. Like a trophy. Exactly. Oh, God. Ju watches intently, her eyes unblinking and nostrils flared. The ethereal aroma of the liquor wafts through the air, compelling her to reach out and scoop up a handful. Then, like a beast quenching its thirst, she tilts her head back and pours it into her mouth. She is a criminal. Saying it was wholesome for a moment. Look at her criminal activity. Underage drinking. Alcoholism. Murdering. That's hardcore. She just turned into a beast all of a sudden. Not a soul around her is quick enough to intervene. In an instant, an indescribable taste spreads across her tongue, unlike anything the child has ever tasted before.
It's burning.
Burn her! Burn her! Teach her! Teach her that there are consequences to her actions. Not sweet, not bitter. Something's going into my nose. Her throat instantly begins to burn, and tears and snot threaten to run from her eyes and nose. She scrunches up her face, fanning her mouth with her hand, and smacks her tongue against the roof of her mouth. Bleh! This is disgusting! It burns! Why do people like this?
Hey,
Don't do that again, Ju, and you're too young to understand why. Yes, young baby Ju. The thing is, when you get older and older and things become wearier and wearier, us adults turn into masochists. Is that the moral of the story? Besides, no one can drink this kind of thing every day. At this moment, a patroller enters the tavern, carrying a bundle of cloth in his hand. He stands firm in the center of the hall, surveys the room, and heads straight for Miss Shu. Miss Shu, here are some old clothes from Li Zheng's family. All are gently used. He said to give it to the beggar. Ju needs discipline, she really does. Same, don't like alcohol either. I also don't understand why. I feel like people who like spicy food and strong alcohol are masochists. So, take that knowledge as you will. And thank you too, sir. You've come all the way here. Why not take a rest and have a drink? Oh, mama, she's luring in more patrons. More monies. More dollar bills. I ain't no masochist, then. Do you like watching other people drink, though? Then you're a sadist. A sadistic individual. A sadist. You know, why do they call sadists sadists when it has the word sad in it? Shouldn't that be what masochists are called? Because they like being sad? I remember years ago I would always confuse the two. Sadist. Oh! Sadist. Saedist. I just learned that most cheap alcohol tastes really bad, like cheap coffee. You need high quality stuff to taste actually tasty flavors. You know how when you go to a winery or a wine tasting, they always go on about the notes of the alcohol? Like they're like, oh yes, I can taste the vanilla coffee bean undertones. And I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean? Ay. It's spelled sadist, but you pronounce it sadist. Sadisterin. Say's first language is Japanese. After all, it's normal for her not to know English well. It's true. You are correct. But I'm still on duty. I like how he still has the ... He's being swayed. Oh, but could you fill my water bag for later? I'll drink with my friends after duty hours. Filling your water bag with alcohol. As Miss Shu opens the jar and pours the liquor, the patrons around her begin to whisper among themselves. Liquor ban, liquor permit, look how we suffer from them. All because of that darn regulation. No group drinking except holidays. If only they had just banned group drinking. But they've stopped all drinking altogether. I heard that this used to happen in olden times in China. Like there would be liquor bans and things like that. Like if the empire or the royalty are in mourning, like someone died, they would impose liquor bans where no one could celebrate or host any festivities. We became friends by drinking together in this tavern, but because of the ban, we have less than 2 weeks a month when we can even drink. Funny you say that, Mr. Shen. I've seen you drinking a lot no matter on ban days or permit days. Shh. Watch your mouth. The two patrons steal a glance at the patroller nearby. their voices fading to a whisper. And I feel like it'll probably be okay. Even the patroller's filling up his water jug with liquor. Chapter 1 and 2 was about liquor ban too. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Take that back. I love drinking my coffee hot and black. High quality beans, freshly brewed are a blessing. Are you a masochist as well? Iced coffee is better than hot coffee. Yeah, I think I like iced coffee better. The daylight hours fly by swiftly. Come nightfall, Ju lies on her bed, soreness in her body and weariness in her legs. She has run back and forth through the whole front hall all day. In the darkness, the wooden dolls emerge once more, hopping onto the bed, one after another, and dancing beside her. This can't be normal. Where did she pick these guys up? Lying down, lying down. Working is exhausting. Working is hard. And they're lazy too. Look at these lazy little bums. They only come out in the middle of the night to dance and party. How is the business? Business is tiring, but there are interesting things. Dirty things. West Hair. Crazy, sir. She's getting worse at remembering the liquor names. These are very spicy liquors, you know. Don't know at all. Where is Shangri? Shangri, don't forget. Stop rushing me. I'll look for it. The people here know so many things, especially Miss Shu. And that's why I'm going to turn her into a horse and steal her tavern. You know what? Was it actually Ju who turned the little dolls into alcoholics? Because they're just typically repeating what they hear during the day. Is it actually Ju's fault that they turned into alcoholics? No, actually, is it actually Li Zheng's fault? The coffee I get is nutty and earthy and smoky with a hint of sweetness. Makes me happy to drink it. You see? You're talking like those winery people. You can taste special notes in the coffee. I can never... How? If they don't have hazelnut syrup inside the coffee, I don't taste any nutty notes. Oh! She's back! How did Miss Shu keep her lovely skin throughout all these years? Afraid not. We're on liquor ban after all. Her crooked mouth. Who decided what to do on different days anyway? Isn't today just a normal day like any other? Much time passes. Ju has grown considerably taller, no longer bearing the feral appearance she once had. The patrons have bestowed upon her the nickname NIANGZI, regarding her as a young maiden charged with selling and serving liquor, and indeed as Miss Shu's successor. That's right, her name does mean wine lady, doesn't it? It didn't take long for her to shed her childhood demeanor. These days, she is immersed in the atmosphere of the tavern. She converses back and forth with the patrons with ease. I think you have a better skincare routine, Say. You're so right! Gotta do that 10-step Korean skincare. Drop the skincare routine? I'll drop it in membership. I need to keep the secrets to my youthful hellhound skin to myself. NIANGZI half-heartedly wipes the dust off the liquor jars, having counted the bowls behind the counter numerous times. She wanders the hall, idle and bored, and begins to read the regulations on liquor sales and consumption. She can read? Posted on one of the pillars? Oh, I can't read it, save for a few characters. The customers talk about it all the time. How are you supposed to read this? Did she sit on this a few times? Did she sit on it and then wash it? so often that I can even recite it now. This regulation aims to prioritize the use of grain for food over liquor. That sounds fair. Miss Shu reads it during the liquor ban too, as if it could make the permit days come sooner. The regulations are filled with verbose and tedious phrases, but it is only at the end that it clearly states, citizens are permitted to drink during holidays and on the 1st and 15th days of the month. Drinking is prohibited on all other days, including group drinking, private drinking, and the sale of liquor in taverns. Wow! You can't even drink in private. How would they know? Oh, you can't sell? You can't drink? Say skincare involves sacrificing something? Who told you? Aruma, keep your eyes on this one. If not liquor, what else would be sold in a tavern? Whoever made this decision clearly doesn't understand what people want. Or do they? There are lots of rules here, and don't let people do what they want. Is it on purpose? Li Zheng manages the merchant hub. Is he a guardian? Is he a Shangrui? She keeps thinking everyone is the Shangrui. Ji says she can't read, but has she tried reading English? Do you think she would be better at reading English? A knock echoes on the door. In accordance with the regulations, the tavern can only open the doors halfway on liquor ban days. A patron slips into the front hall, flipping a few copper coins in hand and greeting like an old friend. Oh my god, are they illegally selling alcohol?
Lady Shu.
I'll have 3. Oh, thank god. I was like, there's no way. There's no way Ju is taking on illegal liquor money, right? Behind the tavern lady's back. And then putting the whole business at risk. Truly, no one makes better rice buns than you. Can't you save me some next time? Every time I'm a little bit late, they're sold out. Oh! On the table lies a large basket brimming with small golden crispy buns with sesame seeds sprinkled on top. Here they are simply known as rice buns. Miss Shu moves as fast as serving liquor, picking out 3 rice buns and handing them over to the patron. Glad you like them. As you know, we can't do liquor business during the ban. Luckily, the rice we use to make liquor can be used into buns. We wouldn't be able to make a living if we didn't make these, and of course, if we didn't have your and the neighbors' support. Hey, isn't this Jun Yanzi? I thought you just slept in the back during the liquor ban? Sleep? No work, no food. It's as simple as that. So I need to work too. Sweep the floors, wipe the jars, after the cleaning, really. Look at you giving me a full speech. I remember when you first got here. Oh, right! It's citizen number 4! It's citizen number 4. You could barely say a full sentence. What a blessing it is that Miss Shu took you in. She's fed and taught you all this time. Make sure you thank her properly when you're all grown up, eh? Blessing. Blessing. Miss Shu takes out a small cup and fills it with the tea from the teapot on the counter, inviting the visitor to drink it. Thank you. I always get thirsty on my trip over here. My, what nice tea this is. Is he going to turn into a horse? Who is the first victim? I need to know who the first victim is going to be. Will it be Miss Shu? Or will it be one of the tavern patrons? A sip of clear tea like this is sure to melt the worries away. You really know how to run a business, Miss Shu. You flatter me. I'm just putting myself in the customer's shoes. It's the only way to run a long-lasting business. With the liquor ban ongoing, I'm counting on rice buns and tea to make a living. Uma Musume Simulator? But they're not even cute Girl horses. Oh my god, I just had a hiccup. Hiccup, hiccup. Ah, we need the horsies to be cute girlies. Also, is there in any world in Uma Musume where they have the horses on the lower half of their body so they look more like centaurs? Don't you think it's a little unrealistic for every single horse girl to have the same placement of horse attributes? Shouldn't there be a mix so that some look like they got horse booty? Yenisei is not a cute girl horsey. I guess Yenisei is a cute girl horsey, isn't she? But I think my number one stan of all the Yeni forums is Puddle Yeni. Puddle Yeni. Throughout the morning, a steady stream of customers come to buy her buns, until only 7 or 8 remain in the basket. Those who come too late will truly miss out. After purchasing their buns, the patrons only make a point to drink a cup of tea in the tavern, draining it in one gulp. Only then do they leave contented. Miss Shu, the buns are selling quickly. Every time I go to the street, people ask me if there are any left. Why don't we just sell buns instead of liquor? Then we wouldn't need to run around and serve the patrons. We just sit here and pass the buns to the customers. What are you talking about? We're running a tavern, not a bakery. People buy our buns because they're made in a tavern. If we didn't make liquor, we wouldn't have the ingredients to make them. But aren't they made of rice? The rice buns in the basket continue to emit their fragrance, a scent both familiar and foreign to NIANGZI. She has never seen how these buns are made. There's no way these are spiked buns, right? There's no way. Canonically, it's because apparently the soul of the IRL horse is brought to their world. Oh! And that stops the horse booty from spawning? I want horse booty. She retires early each night, only to awaken to the enticing aroma the next morning. By then, Miss Shu has already prepared a basketful of rice buns and is setting them up on the table. Yes, but not entirely. They're made with the rice from the tavern. We use grain to make liquor, including rice, wheat, millet, and other things. You see, I always go to the grain store myself to get the best ingredients. After liquor is made, the lees left are called Junyang. Similar to your name. Oh! Rice buns are made of Junyang and buckwheat flour. Oh, I didn't know that. No wonder it smells better than other buns. But it comes at a cost. Making buns is more tiring than making liquor. As she speaks, Miss Shu playfully taps the tip of Junyang's nose. The freshly made rice buns taste the best. They lose their fragrance after a day. To make the buns, we need to take the Junyang out of the liquor jar before 3 in the morning and mix the flour before 5. Knead the shape, nearly 100 of them, and then wait for them to cook in the heat of the earthen oven. I wouldn't have to work so hard if there were no liquor bans, let alone the neighborhood is counting on me to make the buns. Neighborhood is counting on you? People need Miss Shu. So I will become Miss Shu. I will kill this current Miss Shu and take over her identity. Her identity will be over. That's what the little dolls are going to tell her tonight. Say really wants to bang horses? What? Where did you get the idea of that? I just said I wanted some horse booty. There was no bangage within those sentences. You degenerate. You degenerate. I can't believe my rinturns are like this. Is this Juice story or says? Though Miss Shu speaks only of making buns and other mundane tasks, she gives her listeners pause for thought. Junyang's heart stirs, and she suddenly recalls the words of the Taoist.
Do you know that?
What a xiang rui is? I heard that it's something good. Where did you hear about that? Oh, from the drinkers, of course. They're just drunk and talking nonsense. Don't take it seriously. But I have heard about 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸. They say they're divine beasts, guardians with special powers. Oh, have you seen it before? Can I see it? Upon hearing that Miss Xu holds some insight on 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸, 𝐸 becomes quite agitated, eagerly moving closer to her. Miss Xu has no choice but to guide 𝐸 to first take a seat before she begins speaking to her properly.
All right, all right.
Take him to the farm, Aruma? Yes, take him to the farm. Hellhound times horse? Nice fanfic! I just need to find a nice horse girl. Who will accept me as the hound I am. Anyone have any recommendations? The frequenters said that before the bridge was broken, this city had a 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸 as a guardian. It looked like a horse, and it ran faster than the wind, but its story is long lost to time. No one knows if it's real. Oh, the origin love story of Ju Mama and Li Zhang. Do you know what a 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸 does, or how to become one? Say bark? How dare you make demands of your boss? Reflect on yourself, Himichin. I have plenty Uma Musume fans since the second season release. How are so many global people fans of Uma Musume when it's never been Englished? There has never been English version, right? I remember I searched up several years ago because I was interested, and I could not find a lick of English. No anglais. As for how to become one, they're monsters and yaos. I've never heard of a person becoming a 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸. Oh. Seeing 𝐸 sitting there with her ears perked up, she dared not hold back a single word. You're just like that boy from the silk store. He too could listen to the stories of yaos and monsters all day long. He asked people about the stories in the classic of mountains and seas every single day. Little by little, he learned how to read without ever going to school. If you want to know more about 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸, maybe Mr. Liu from the clinic can help. He's knowledgeable. He might be able to teach you how to read. Oh. Did she turn him into a horse too, and that's why the reading journey had to go to a pause? Anime is on CR, and other means involve sailing the digital seas. Oh, 𝐸 feels a surge of joy within her. If she could read, then she could read books. And as she has heard many say, books contain absolutely everything. Surely that includes everything about the 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸 too. Without hesitation, she agrees and promptly sets out to find Mr. Liu.
Hey!
Before you go, take this. Miss Xu pulls out a sheet of jute paper. What is a jute paper? Carefully wraps 12 buns within it and ties it up. Is it like wax paper? Jute paper. She then takes out some coins and asks 𝐸 to give them to Mr. Liu together with the buns.
This is...
Are the coins for medicine? Are you sick? No, silly, it's not for me. It's for the favor you're about to ask.
Sweetie,
Oh.
when you're asking someone for a favor, you don't come empty-handed. That's what matters in socializing. You still have a lot to learn.
So you have to pay the man to ask a question? What? What? So buns and money equal good etiquette? How strange.
How strange.
It is heavy.
Heavy to carry.
I always get spooked whenever you read 𝐒𝐴NG 𝐸 Because it sounds like my name that I did something bad. Report to the principal's office right now. Right now, Rui, right now. As the half moon wanes, the new moon rises. The streets bustle with life. Now, on each liquor ban afternoon, Jun Yanzi visits the clinic at the end of the street to meet Mr. Liu and learn the art of letters and words. To avoid disturbing the clinic's work, Jun Yanzi often brings a small stool to sit on by the doorway. As warmth fades, the cold follows. The autumn harvest begins. Autumn harvest begins. And we hoard food for winter. Jun Yanzi, are you still having trouble reciting 1,000-character classic? I'm confused. You learn everything quickly, except for reading. Every time I teach you how to read something, you forget right away.
Well, it shows that...
I suppose not everyone is gifted enough to read. Oh no, he's already giving up on her. He's already giving up. Reading is so much harder than serving liquor. I always get a headache when I start reading something. And these characters look like earthworms. Sky black, earth golden. Vast universe, limitless cosmos. Knowledge and culture were easily lost before 𝐂𝐚𝐭 invented characters. Through reading these earthworms, wisdom, discipline, and manners have been passed down for generations. Technically, Bonnie is Jessica's mother. What kind of relationship would that be? They're supposed to be GFs, or as the people call them, roommates. How can she be her roommate and her mother? That's a complicated relationship. One is not civilized until one is able to read the books of the sages at that. What 𝐂𝐚𝐭 sounds like a bad guy. He could have made the characters easier to read if he really wanted people to learn.
Do you know that?
Do you know what a 𝐒𝐴ngru이 is? Miss Xu said that you're knowledgeable and would be able to give me my answer.
𝐒𝐴ngru이.
Mr. Liu pauses momentarily. Fortunately, his proclivity for reading allows him to address the question with ease, thus preserving his dignity in front of the younger lady. Also known as the sign of auspiciousness. When it appears, it's a good omen from heaven, and things will go well.
However...
But its form is unpredictable. It could be a colorful cloud, 2 spikeweeds, or a dry spring that somehow flourishes. Under some circumstances, it could even be an exotic beast. Ooh, you know, I heard this was the case, that the 𝐒𝐴ngru이 isn't necessarily a type of creature, so it can be anything. If it can be anything, how on earth is Ju supposed to find it? She's just asking everyone that she meets, are you perhaps a 𝐒𝐴ngru이? No? I'll turn you into a horse. The phrase exotic beast strikes Jun Yanzi like a hammer, prompting her to inquire further. Oh, do you know how an animal becomes a 𝐒𝐴ngru이?
It's...
How could I know? The books I read are the philosophical studies of sages and scholars, not monster stories for children. Then you don't know anything either. I thought you knew everything. Ah! He's getting flamed by an illiterate child. Well. His authority in her mind plummeted from 10 to 0. 10 to 0. These words leave Mr. Liu speechless. All he can do is scratch his head. Suddenly he remembers that there are other ways to chronicle the world's wonders besides words. He strides into the clinic and reemerges with several dusty, time-worn tomes in hand. As he unfurls their pages, they reveal coarsely printed illustrations of mountains, spirits, and wild monsters, each annotated in a diminutive square script. Instead of teaching her how to read, he's gonna teach her how to browse at a picture book? Here, there are picture books about the monster stories you like. there's only a little text. You can research the 𝐂𝐚⁴ legends while learning some characters. 2 birds, 1 stone, and all that. NIANGZI takes the book and cradles it gently in her hands. She turns the pages in awe. Seizing this quiet moment, Mr. Liu takes out 2 rice buns and places a large bowl on the counter.
Huh?
I want rice bun
I
too.
remember that.
So you can drink. I thought Miss Xu said you didn't like the taste of liquor. Even the most experienced drinker, can't eat a rice bun without water. What kind of rice buns are these? Are they, They need liquid. What are you talking about? I don't drink. I just want to know what the rice buns taste like. Miss Xu never let me have one before. Oh! Whoa! She's been deprived. Can you imagine? Your home is like a bakery, but you can't taste any of the goodies? Is this supposed to help a mentally trained NIANGZI? Oh dear, so Miss Xu didn't tell you. I fear I've said too— They are spiked, aren't they? Are they spiked? Are they spiked? Are the buns spiked? I think the buns are spiked. Yo. Sassy, 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 sassy. It's not spiked? I don't know. This seems suspiciously like they're spiked. Doesn't that mean Miss Xu is operating some illegal business? But you do live in the tavern and help her do all the work. It's only a matter of time before you find out. All right, I'll show you. Mr. Liu, this is not the way. Mr. Liu carefully crumbles a rice bun into the bowl. He then pours hot tea over it, and a familiar aroma wafts into NIANGZI's nostrils. That mellow fermented fragrance, mixed with the dry scent of sesame and the smoky aroma of the roasted hearth, fills the air.
Huh?
Let's arrest them. This is Aluga. We have fermented rice too in Vietnam, which is the same rice we use to make rice wine. But this is different. This seems illegal. The water turns the bun into liquor. NIANGZI leans over the counter, her delicate face reflected in the bowl. The rice bun has dissolved. Oh. The rice bun has dissolved. Oh my god. Oh, wait, okay, we're back. I think I accidentally just flicked my power bar. I just with my fat dumpy of a toe flicked it a little bit, and I decided to do that. My whole monitor blacked out there. Is this an actual thing people do IRL, like flick things with their toes or turn buns into liquor? Which one? Which one? Scuff, strömmar, dash me. What do you mean she's just selling rice buns, boss? Look at the bun. The bun not even here anymore. NIANGZI leans over the counter, her delicate face reflected in the bowl. The rice bun has dissolved, leaving only a few grains at the bottom of the bowl. Buns to liquor? This just reminds me of space food, don't you think? This just reminds me of space food, where you're supposed to rehydrate things with water, and then it turns into, I don't know, like a little nubbin turns into a Big Mac. MREs. Toes causing problems for you for a change. It's because I've collected too many toes. They're coming at me. What the customer does with the rice bun is not our concern. So it's an unfortunate side effect that it changes composition when they're sold. Chinese sweet fermented rice is a real thing. Because of the liquor ban, we can't directly buy liquor, so Miss Shu came up with the rice bun idea. The junyang used in the buns is specially made, keeping most of the alcohol in it, so that the bun has a strong smell of alcohol. Eating it is like drinking distilled alcohol. Only a drunkard could handle that. But watering it down makes it easy to drink. A bowl of this liquor can take all your worries away. Oh my god, these alcoholics. So that's why people come and buy buns during the liquor ban then. Miss Shu is so clever. What a creative way to give people drinks. You know, I feel like she's the least trustworthy person to tell this to. It's like sharing this information with children. And then they'll just end up blabbing to the popo. She's just gonna tell this to 𝐒𝐴𝐤, and then it's all over. Drinking a bowl or two and getting lost in our own thoughts. This is one of a few entertainments for us common people. The liquor ban has led to some inventive ways for people to get their liquor. Luckily, the government is not very strict about it, and thanks to Miss Shu, drinkers like us can have a sip when we want. The government is not that strict about it, or are you guys just doing what you want? She'll be like, 𝐒𝐴𝐤, did you know? Exactly. She'll like offer one to 𝐒𝐴𝐤. She'll be like, oh, you want to stop by the store, 𝐒𝐴𝐤? We're offering those alcoholic buns today. Fresh, fresh. What does that do after you're sober? The problem is still there anyway. Exactly right. And the problem could be even worse. I never knew that Miss Shu is really helping people. Oh my god. I should do that too. As soon as I get back to the tavern, I'll tell her that I'll help her deliver the buns. This spirited young girl is showing such audacity in her utter indifference to the laws against liquor. Earns nothing but admiration from Mr. Liu. Mr. Liu is a terrible influence.
However...
But remember, you didn't hear this from me. You didn't tell me anything. I figured it out myself. Right. Nothing can possibly go wrong from this. Nothing at all. Not at all like Miss Shu losing her liquor license, then becoming homeless because the only thing she can do is make liquor, and then her wanting to see her family one last time before she perishes, and then turning into a horse and then truly perishing. Just the usual. Just the usual. A place to belong. Ju kept her talking dolls a secret. That's true, actually. Maybe she is able to keep a secret. Honestly, that is very surprising. Why didn't she just tell everyone about her talking dolls and they could all be friends together? Time slips away, and despite the arrival of another liquor ban day, the tavern seems busier than usual. It is only morning, and the tavern is already bustling with life. The door stands ajar, as per tradition, allowing the scent of sesame to drift outwards as fresh rice buns tumble into baskets, their steam coiling into the air. Unlike previous days, another petite figure waits nearby, wearing light walking shoes and carrying a soft cloth bundle. 41, 42, 43, 50 rice buns in total, fresh out of the oven. Smells good. Worth the hard work. I was up before the sun. I hear this is like kind of like the bakery lifestyle. Everyone wakes up at sunrise at bakeries to make bread. Is this true? Is this true or is this fake? Do we all just make bread using machines nowadays? Do they even need the people? And now I'm sad. My theory was wrong. She didn't steal Miss Shu's ladle. Ladle. She has her own. If she actually serves people alcohol with this, that can't possibly pass health regulations. Very traditional. Artisan bread is still handmade. I worked at a bakery and had to wake up at 3 a.m. Oh my god. Still remember our customers and their orders? Sure I do. 2 buns for the butcher on the West Street, 4 for the tea room on South Alley. The family across the bridge wants 3. And, 𝐂𝐚𝐭 retrieves a piece of paper from her sleeve, upon which a map has been haphazardly drawn, marking the locations of the shop she must deliver to today. See, I wrote it down. Since I've learned how to read and write, I can remember them easily. Since when? Huh? Truly? I feel like she's been tricking us this whole time. Like, throughout the main story, too, she would keep notes and paper items. And then right after, I would be like, oh, what? Why is she keeping this? She can't read. Then she'll say, oh, but I can't read. I don't understand it. But now, she's revealed. Upon closer inspection, the list would give most people a good laugh. Aside from a few familiar characters, the rest is made up of drawings resembling an encrypted espionage missive. You see? She keeps tricking me! She keeps tricking me into thinking she's a mastermind who can actually read. She probably can do simple ones. It is highly unlikely that anyone but her would be able to decipher it. Be careful. Stay alert to the patrollers. If you're thirsty, just ask for a cup of tea when you get to the tea room. The owner will give you one. Yeah, all right. She's so cute. Before she finishes her sentence, 𝐂𝐚𝐭 is dashing out of the door, taking huge, swift strides as she runs down the street and disappears into the distance. Compared to that little beggar of years past, she looks like a completely different person. Without 𝐂𝐚𝐭's help, it would not be possible to deliver rice buns to people in the other districts of the city. Miss Shu shines with gratitude. Oh, she's actually contributing to the store now. Sounds like my handwriting. You handwrite in hieroglyphs. What if she brought rice buns with her? We need the buns. We need the buns. The romance poems, she couldn't read any of them. Yeah. She just kept them, right? To keep the sentiment. That's very sweet. Should I go east or west first? Or I could start with the closer ones and then the farther ones. So many orders to deliver. So many people to meet. Amidst her musings, a wooden doll peeks its head out from the sleeve of her garment. These little rascals. And things about Xiangrui to ask, don't forget. Oh, right. Xiangrui. I need to ask around. Hey, I didn't call you. Why did you come out? Hide, quickly. After tucking the wooden doll back into her sleeve, 𝐂𝐚𝐭 spends half the day running through the city and delivers over half of the rice buns. Don't you feel like the little doll got bigger too when it popped out of her sleeve? It looked so big. Does the doll also grow alongside 𝐂𝐚𝐭? There's no way. Now, guided by her own map, she arrives at the edge. Coming, I'm coming. Finally, the front of my inspiration has arrived! The poet gets inspired by alcoholic buns. I've been waiting all day, 𝐂𝐚𝐭. Mr. Lee, the buns you ordered are here.
That's good. Yeah, very good.
Oh my god. Mr. Lee's hands are stained with ink, and looking in from the doorway, the room appears to be strewn with sheets of white rice paper, the fresh ink still glistening on the surfaces. In the tavern where the town's drinkers gather, none are unaware of the poetic talents of Mr. Lee. A lover of verse and ink, he often likens himself to the great poets Du Fu and Li Bai. Oh, have you heard of these poets before? They're super famous poets in Chinese history. I have not heard of a Mr. Li before though. She doesn't know all these poets are flirting with her. It's true. She's just like, thank you. Mr. Li, are you still writing poems? I heard of them, haven't read much of their works though. The tavern was too noisy. By the time I got home, my inspiration had all been driven away. Luckily, today is liquor ban day, so I woke up with a clearer mind. I woke up before 7 this morning and started creating right away. But hot liquor will help my ideas flow. Thanks for the buns. They're really not very... they're not very discreet about these bun liquor things. I kind of imagine they're like bath bombs. If you've ever had a bath bomb and you put them in your bath water, they just crumble and melt away. Still reading Art of War. Oh, have you learned anything about conducting war? Witnessing the scene, NIANGZI's curiosity has piqued. Since she started working at the tavern, she has seen all manner of drinkers, yet she remains unaware of the reason behind their indulgence. People say drinking makes you smarter. Is that so? Who is telling her these things? Who is telling her these things? What's a bath bomb? You don't know what a bath bomb is. It goes in your bath water. It explodes in your bath water. Do you not know what a bath bomb is? You need to go to, what's that really popular store? You need to go to Lush. Lush. The place with many, many smelly things. It's like, isn't it like, it's like a bomb that contains moisturizers and bath soaps. Does it hurt people in the baths? In the best way possible. Yes. I only shower. Oh, not a bathing person, not a bathing person. That's fair. Sorry, never had a bathtub in my life. Oh! Oh! Naruhodo! I like to take baths when I have times. Yeah, that's true. I rarely do. Open bid, Saerin bath water, 100 mil, $100. The bid has started, the bid has started. That is true. My bath water is quite rare. I rarely do baths. I only bathe if I'm like in a hotel. Oh, actually I'm the opposite. I don't bathe in hotels because I'm scared. What if their bathtubs aren't clean? Sippy, are you sipping on my 100 mil of bath water, 𝐂𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐿? A bowl of liquor emboldens me, like I'm a general riding a horse, running on the field of creativity. And somehow the poems I write when I'm in this mood are better than the others. Sounds like liquor can give people energy. Oh my gosh, she's getting scammed. She's getting bamboozled. The guests are always energetic and loud after drinking. I heard you've been studying with Mr. Liu. Why didn't you come to me? Oh my god! Wow. He's pulling the moves. He's pulling the moves. I'm much more accomplished than him. Intelligent and erudite. Let me read something to you. Goose. What? What? Now we really need to read a full poem from him. NIANGZI hastily excuses herself, saying that she still has many buns to deliver and scurries away. Very nice escape. Thus, NIANGZI traverses several streets more until she arrives at another household and knocks on the door. Not subtle at all, yeah. He's like, why are you going to that guy? Come to me, baby. That's what he's doing. Her knock resounds. The door is opened by an elderly man with graying hair, a familiar face often seen at the tavern. Oh, the old drinker! Finally, the taste of the rice bun liquor lingers in my mouth for days. Using half a bun a day is equal to 4 days of drinking. He's actually stretching out the liquor bun. To be fair, if you say that to anyone, they'll immediately leave. I just picture a 360, no wait, 180 turn and dashing through the streets. As the 𝐂𝐚ₐ hands over the rice buns, she suddenly recalls the wooden doll's admonition. Mr. Shen, could you tell me more about 𝐒𝐴ngruy you mentioned in the tavern that day? Miss Xu told me you've met a lot of people and know a lot of things. Maybe that includes a story about 𝐒𝐴ngruy too.
What?
What's with his voice actor? His voice actor really needs to cut back on the drinking. It is an age-old story. Every 𝐒𝐴ngruy looks different, resides in different locations, and has their own story.
From what I know, a 𝐒𝐴ngruy blesses its people. But how does the blessing work?
Old drinker leans against the door frame. For some time, he strokes the whiskers. His whiskers? He has whiskers. As he contemplates how to give 𝐂𝐚ₐ a satisfactory answer. Look at him, he doesn't have whiskers. He's drunk IRL for immersion. Exactly. They went out to a bar to do the casting. The blessing, I'd say, satisfies the wishes of the people. Like Miss Xu and her tavern, she provides a place for drinkers like me to enjoy liquor and mix these rice buns when drinking is banned. So she's a criminal, is what you're saying. She's a criminal. She is such a blessing, with much more bark than bite, and the liquor she makes is so smooth, it whisks away my sorrows. She still sounds like a criminal. Old drinker then falls into reminiscence as he begins muttering to himself. Liquor, I suppose liquor is a good thing. It comforts people. You're an alcoholic. I was once too young to enjoy it, and now I'm too old to enjoy life. Oh. Only a bowl of liquor can take me back to enjoying that youth that I can only visit in my dreams. Or you can hit the gym, get ripped, and start joining barbell competitions. Have you thought about that, old drinker man? Have you seen those like 70-year-old weightlifters? They're insane. As the sun is setting and 𝐂𝐚ₐ still has several rice buns yet to deliver, she bids farewell to old drinker and hurries off. As she glances back, she sees him sitting by the door, cradling his rice buns and liquor and softly humming a tune. Say his back will snap. At this rate it will. He gotta start doing the crunches. I was going to say leading by example. When I'm 70, you'll see. When I'm the hellhound equivalent to 70, which is in many, many, many years to come because I am such a young hell puppy. Miss Xu runs the tavern to satisfy people's wishes to drink. Is that a blessing? To become a 𝐒𝐴ngruy, I need to steal her business. Lost in thought, 𝐂𝐚ₐ finds her path obstructed by a formidable figure. The man, out of habit, presses down on the short sword at his waist, adjusts his position, and clears his throat to remind her of his presence. Seeing that 𝐂𝐚ₐ is still lost in her reverie, the man clears his throat once more. 𝐂𝐚ₐ, you're late. For what? They're having some secret meetings? I don't like this. Say we'll be lifting dead weight with us chatters. Exactly right. Even the toe collection is already more than 15 pounds. 2 hours late. Lucky for you, Lee-Jung is still working on the ledger of the New Year's purchase. Fa-chow, why are you here? What's late? I'm just wandering on the street. I don't know what you're talking about. Recalling Miss Shu's words, she quickly takes a step back to distance herself from him. You have around 7 or 8 buns with you, have you not? You can give them to me now. Oh! Oh, is he an alcoholic too? But he's the only one who didn't drink at the New Year's party and didn't turn into a horsey. If you want to be in shape at that age, it's not about becoming in shape, but to get that it's more maintaining shape. That is true. After a moment's hesitation, NIANGZI hands over the rest of the buns, her heart pounding in her chest, anticipating the judgment of the law. Unsure of what the punishment might be for breaking the liquor ban, NIANGZI waits silently. But he does not blame her. Instead, he fishes out 7 or 8 copper coins from his person and counts them out before presenting them to her. Does he think they're just actually regular buns? Is he accidentally going to get turned? It's for the buns. We officers aren't freeloaders. Oh my god, no way. Does he think they're regular buns? Oh. They're rice buns made from the materials for making liquor. If you just eat them like that... Oh. Yesterday I sent someone to the tavern and asked that they be sent to the JIU. I expected you to arrive earlier. A member of the patrol team just got promoted. We've been waiting for this to celebrate. He's a lawbreaker too? What? No one respects the law. They're all criminals. Arrest them all! As he speaks, a figure emerges from the JIU, exuding an air of authority and kindness. It is Lee-Jung. NIANGZI hasn't seen him for quite some time. My work is done here. Time to head back, Fa-chow.
Huh?
Isn't that NIANGZI? You've grown up a lot. I heard you're doing a good job in the tavern. The patrollers always talk about you. Thank you, Lee-Jung. But what are you two talking about? Is there something I should know? Nothing. I'm just asking Fa-chow about 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐚. I've been studying with Mr. Liu these days and saw the word 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐚. It said that some divine beasts protect people, but nothing more. This is why prohibition never worked. That's true. That's true. The emperor probably didn't even respect his own laws. That is also true. So I was asking him about the 𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐚 in Pèi City. Perhaps it's been recorded in the collections at the county archive. Can I check them? Citizens are prohibited from entering the archive. Along with the collections, the classified county annuals are preserved there. Put your curiosity away, NIANGZI. It's time for you to get back home. With Lee-Jung and Fa-chow fading into the distance, NIANGZI gives her bundle a shake, catches some sesame seeds in her hands, and starts chewing on them. She's just having the leftover crumbs. Ju can't even read. I can't even read. We're all living in this cruel world. Throughout the day, NIANGZI encountered many individuals, but Fa-chow's actions intrigued her more than anything else. It seems this prohibition is indeed as lax as Miss Shu claimed. So why, she wonders, has it not yet been abolished? Good question. What is the purpose of this prohibition? Oh my god! Look at this deer! This could be Jessica. Maybe her mother is Jessica. How many parts is there? Oh! We have 1, 2, 3, 4 more parts. If her mother is Jessica and her father is Lee Jung, what happens to Blondie? Time slipping away. Jessica was born in early 90s. Ah, my theory! Gattian's story is also 8 parts, I think. Oh, okay. Oh, is that because of the lucky number 8? Do you think they did that on purpose because 8 is the lucky number in Chinese? And this was for Chinese New Year? I feel like they would do something like that. Months pass. The biting north wind heralds the coming of the Dushuo festival, together with liquor permit days, so the tavern has been buzzing with guests for several days. The front hall is warmed by a charcoal fire, creating a cozy and festive atmosphere. In recent days, the town's celebrated storyteller has taken the stage once again. He is so dramatic! It is said. The storyteller's voice booms throughout the room. His tales are so captivating that they seize the ears of all present. Within a few sentences, even the most avid drinkers forget to raise their cups to their lips. It is said, there is a place haunted by miasma in the south of the land. What is this accent I'm doing? What is this voice I'm trying to do? I don't know. The miasma there shifts its form into many yaos, and they attack people. I like how he even has this backlighting. He has a whole set. Old man save voice. I was trying to go for a majestic storyteller, but I don't think it was working. Meanwhile, the Central Plains, a monster originating from dryness dominates. Wherever it goes, drought follows, and people suffer famine. The rivers and lakes are overrun with huge snakes called 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐭. They are more than 20 meters long with hooks on their tails, hooking people and cows into the water to eat them? Can you imagine just birds flying around airlifting cows? I already thought seagulls were terrifying. Big boys say isn't real, it can't hurt you. It can't hurt you. No, try again. It sounded wonderful. Why are there quotation marks around that wonderful? What do you mean? What do you mean? To prevent these monsters from hurting people, Yao hunters travel the world searching haunted places in order to expel them from their special powers. They are the sword against evil. They are the bone of my sword. Protecting people with their lives. Are they? xiangrui? Not at all. A Yao hunter is not a xiangrui. NIANGZI, one more bowl of great mister. Oh my god, it's the poet! The poet's trying to get her attention. She is completely engrossed in the storyteller's narrative, remaining oblivious to her surroundings until Miss Shu comes over and tugs her sleeve. Quickly, a guest is calling you. Okay. One more bowl incoming. Forgive her, it's her first time listening to a professional storyteller. She's been fascinated for the last few days. Don't worry, I understand. He tells stories much better than we do. It's no wonder she's so absorbed. It's too bad he only comes to the city during the 𝐂𝐴 festival. Speaking of which, it'll be a lot of work to decorate the tavern. Look at all these lanterns, candles, and ribbons. Luckily, I have 𝐂𝐚𝐭 to help me this year. What a busy year she's had. She ran errands, learned how to read, and delivered rice buns all around the city. Though she still has a lot more to learn, she continues to impress me with her work ethic. Yaoi hunters. Yaoi hunters, not like this. People need their yaoi in the world. At this moment, a guest enters the tavern. Seeing the joyous festival celebrations, he smiles and finds a seat. Oh! 1 bowl of Great Mister, please. All the old men are drinking up the Great Misters. Old man yaoi indeed. What a surprise it is to see you here, Lee-jung. Here, drinks are on me. This is newly made. Have a try. I don't usually drink, but we are in the countdown to the 𝐂𝐴 festival, so I suppose I'll have a bowl or two. Besides, I have something I want to confirm with you. Remember when we bought 𝐂𝐚𝐭 here, you refused to take her in until we appointed you as supplier of a ceremonial liquor?
Huh?
Well, the festival is near now, and I finally have some time to come by. I want to ask, how are the preparations going? Already done. They're in the yard. 8 jars of liquor, all made with the best ingredients. It was the request that I took most seriously all year. If anything goes wrong with them, people will lose their faith in me. Lee-jung nods in satisfaction, knowing that Miss Xu has taken her role to heart. Relax, I'm just asking. The Ji Li is the one checking all the ceremonial supplies. 𝐂𝐴 is the biggest festival of the year. The merchant hub will be packed with people during this time. I need to make sure everything goes smoothly. Oh, for a second I thought this was a full inspection. You almost had me panicking. I was thinking, Ji Li has already checked the liquor. Why is he checking again? Have I done something wrong? Hearing their lively conversation, old drinker joins them. Lee-jung, I heard the festoon race is rerunning this year. Do you know when exactly? You see, most of us don't know much about divination, ancient articles, or singing, but racing is nice and simple. Whoever runs fastest wins. Can you imagine all these alcoholics start racing? Doing like the 100-meter dash? There's no way that this ends well. There's no way that this ends well. It'll be around the end of the year, but it's not decided yet. Some items, such as the festoons and flagpoles, are all prepared.
I wonder who will win this year.
Festoons, flagpoles, winner. What's the festoon race? It's just a few laybouts running around, really. It's only... Old drinker chuckles and waves his hand, taking over the conversation. Let me explain. The festoon race is a racing event. 5 poles are set up at 5 locations in the city, each with multiple festoons of the same color. There's no fixed route for the race. After it starts, the runners can collect 5 festoons in any order, as long as they finish with the red one. The first to get the red wins, and the Ji will grant him a wish. Oh! A wish! A wish. Now there are stakes on the line. There are stakes on the line. A wish? Any wish? Seeing 𝐂𝐚𝐭's enthusiasm, Lee-jung strokes his beard, a smile growing on his face. Not if you're wishing for a star in the sky. Most people ask for some grains, clothes, or other daily necessities. Others ask for jade pendants, tea bricks, and the like. Oh! Ask for alcohol legalization. That's smart. That's smart. And then suddenly the emperor just arrives and says, How dare you? Nothing worth more than a few loads of rice. Oh, I thought we were gonna get rich here and get to save up for retirement. I thought we were gonna make bank from winning this race. Boo. 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 Can I wish to go to the county archive and read the books there? Well, probably yes. If you win the race, that is. Oh, mama, Chu! You've transformed. Oh, mama, we just witnessed a metamorphosis. Chu, did you eat nope stuff? Did you eat nope stuff? What did nope stuff taste like? Tell us. I'm feeling hungry.
这样子
Are you serious about joining the festoon race? Every past winner has been a patroller. They're strong and, of course, know the city like the back of their hands. I was the same person the whole time. He tasted like me. How scandalous. Oh my god. Kind of saucy. Is this self-cessed? Anyway. I know the city well too. I deliver buns all over the city all the time. And I'm a fast runner, much faster than before. Well, you surely are, but I'm worried you might get hurt during the race. If something goes wrong, who will take over the... See me in the yard tonight. I have something to tell you. Ooh, a backyard rendezvous. Auto cannibalism, more like have you watched Hannibal, the HBO series? They ate people too, and it was kind of sexy. Anyways, Miss Yu sees her as a daughter. Yeah, it's really cute. As night falls, the courtyard is stripped of its daytime clamor, leaving only the liquor jars standing against the wall. There is no sound but the gurgling of water, a babbling particularly pronounced in the stillness of the night. NIANGZI, mimicking Miss June, dips the liquor ladle into the vat, scooping out the lees to place in a wooden basin. I don't eat people, just myself. Oh, so it's an exclusive relationship. I understand. By the time she reaches the kitchen, an oil lamp has already been lit on the table, with wheat flour piled beside it. The key is the ratio of ingredients: 4 cups of junyang and 1 cup of wheat flour, no water. Before you mix them together, you need to squeeze the liquor out of it, so the bun will be chewy. Always use newly ground flour. Inspect the flour for any large particles. It should be as fine as rouge powder. She's passing on the recipe for the buns. Are we so wholesome? Sexy? Do you mean Mike Michelson? Not quite like that. NIANGZI follows each step as Miss Shu instructs her. She mixes the leaves with the wheat flour and uses a special technique, patiently kneads them together. Initially, the leaves do not integrate with the wheat flour, but as she works it with her palms, they start to merge together, giving rise to faint fragrance milder than the leaves but richer than the flour. It's fun to make. The dough is soft and white. What's next? Flatten it out and put it in the earthen oven? Not quite. There's one last step. Stay calm, all right? There's no need to be afraid. Well, that's alarming. Miss Shu brings out a square wooden board and scatters a handful of wheat grain upon it. Oh my god, is she about to do some voodoo? Doesn't this sound like she's doing a Ouija board? She's doing a Ouija board scenario? She then tilts a bowl of water, flicking her fingers to sprinkle water over the grain. She mutters under her breath, and in a matter of moments, the wheat grains begin to sprout open, growing upward as if devouring the air itself. She's an arcanist. 𝐒𝐚𝐭 watches the scene intently as the wheat sprouts on the table grow to the length of her palm before coming to a halt. Actually, this reminds me of Minecraft. You know, when you start growing massive trees in Minecraft and you just do a little sprinkle sprinkle. You know magic? It's my arcane skill. Nothing special. I can hasten the growth of malt. Actually, there are many others in the city who can do much more. When is Miss Yu going to be pullable? Pullable, playable Miss Yu? Miss Yu slices the freshly sprouted malt, chops it finely, and blends it into the well-kneaded dough. This is the secret to our rice buns, the malt. It takes days for it to grow naturally, but my skill saves a lot of time. Have you had malt before? No, but I know it can be made into candy. Maltesers. It can make liquor too. My father was the one who brought the recipe for ale to the city. He was a merchant traveling the world. After he met my mother, he decided to stay here and open this tavern. When I was a little girl, my mother always said that thanks to my arcane skill, we could make liquor faster than any other tavern. What's with this background music? Is this gonna... And then my father died. And my father told me stories of his travels. Today, what the storyteller said about... Miss Yu's voice grows fainter, her mind drifting off, as though she were recalling some past event. My yearning to travel the world gets stronger day by day, yet here I am still at this tavern. There's always something that stops me from getting out of the city, or even out at the front gate, for that matter. Miss Yu.
Are you also trapped here?
Miss Yu's gaze falls upon the flickering candlelight. The shadows of the room seem to have taken the shape of things from long ago. She simply shakes her head. Miss Yu looks at 𝐒𝐚𝐭 and sees a reflection of her younger self. Suddenly, she feels a weariness enveloping her.
就那样子。
Go to sleep. Go to sleep. After returning to her room, 𝐒𝐚𝐭's thoughts linger on Miss Yu. It seems that people of Pèi City all have their individual worries, be it Li Zhang, Miss Yu, or the patrons. She didn't mention Fachao. No Fachao mention. Sad. A familiar rustling emanates from the corners of the room, starting as a soft whisper and gradually swelling into song as the wooden dolls once again reappear atop her bed. Make buns, rice buns, grow malt. A wooden doll climbs up 𝐒𝐚𝐭's sleeve. You treat her as family. You will never be a 𝐒𝐴ngruì. What? Why? Stop. Shut up. I don't have any personal feelings, okay? So stop talking. You can't have personal feelings to be a 𝐒𝐴ngruì. What are these dolls? What do they even know? What do these dolls know? Can't be a 𝐒𝐴ngruì. Can't go out of the city forever and ever. I won't stay here forever. I won't. 𝐒𝐚𝐭 turns her back, doing her best to ignore the encroaching chaos, yet her heart remains plunged into turmoil. How cute! They're terrorizing her in the middle of the night. They're evil! They're evil! Yeah. They're evil. I feel like the wooden dolls are like her inner thoughts that she's trying to repress. Interesting. I thought they were, don't they look like little mischievous spirits? They're almost like parrots. They just repeat what they hear during the day. But I guess that's even more interesting if they're a reflection of her own thoughts as well. Or else how would they know all these things too? Isn't the 𝐒𝐭 here to protect the city? That's what I was thinking too. Or at least that's what she's been told the previous 𝐒𝐭, her mother, did, right? Festoons. Let me see. Everything's sorted. Not many customers today, so I can handle things on my own. Why don't you wear something lighter? It's okay. I'm used to this. It's my delivery outfit. This is your only outfit, 𝐿𝐴𝐻. I'm a fast runner. My clothes won't slow me down. Last night I had your shoes resoled. Oh, and I put new insoles inside. Hopefully they'll be more comfortable than before. 𝐿𝐴𝐻 looks down and presses into the floor with the tip of her foot. She then paces back and forth a few times. Oh, that's why they feel so much softer today. They're much easier to walk on than before. Thank you, Miss Yu. They won't chafe when I'm running now. They're actually so cute, this mother-daughter relationship.
Huh?
Oh, it's the poet again. He's just following her at this point. He's gonna start reciting his Goose 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 poem. Today isn't a liquor ban day. I'd like a bowl of earth spring to get some inspiration for my poem. Sorry, not many people have come today due to the festoon race, and 𝐿𝐴𝐻 has signed up for the race, so I just decided to close up and go cheer her on. Well, it is indeed the most lively day of the year. But if you close your door, where can we drinkers go to kill time? Sorry, but it's not every day that I'll go see 𝐿𝐴𝐻 participate in a race.
Whatever.
He actually does sound like a drunk, doesn't he? Whatever. She locks the door and they head out onto the street together. I'm surprised by the surprising lack of horses in the story so far, don't you think? Where are the horses? This is the starting line of the festoon race. All manner of people are waiting at the line, from fruit vendors to old night watchmen. They are stretching and rubbing their hands together in anticipation. That sounds like a you problem, Mr. Poet, exactly. Seems like there are many more participants than in previous years. Presumably a number of them are newcomers to the city. Recent years have been kind and life has been good. The citizens have had a peaceful harvest and very little disease. Of course, more of them are willing to join the race.
Food comes first for the people. Only a full stomach and warmth can make one wealthy.
Yes, 𝐿𝐴𝐻, yes.
Huh?
Since you're standing by my side, assume you won't be joining the race this year? I haven't done so for years, but I recommended a few members of the patrol.
Right.
I heard 𝐿𝐴𝐻 from the tavern signed up. He didn't want to beat up the little girl. He didn't want to beat the little girl, so he's like, nah, I won't participate this year. What a nice guy. Excuse me, make way. Sorry, excuse me. We have a contestant here. Passing by the robust men only serves to highlight her delicate stature. With her agile frame, 𝐿𝐴𝐻 weaves through the crowd. So many people. Please excuse me, let me through. 𝐿𝐴𝐻 becomes as nimble as a loach, threading her way forward, striving to swim to the shore. Finally here, so many people have joined the race. Not sure I can win, but if I want to become a 𝐒𝐭, I have to try. What if she just transforms into horse to do the race? What if she just transforms into her horse form? Does that count as cheating if she wins as a horse? As the starting time draws closer, everyone holds their breath in anticipation. Amidst the throng of burly men in coarse brown clothes, a streak of green catches her eye.
Joe, run faster!
Oh my god, they're already racing. Hurry up, people. Let's get the race started. They sound like firecrackers. I love whenever they try to do like running and movement scenes and it's just this cute little stuttery zoom in. Oh, she's going. Go, 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 go. I know every street in the city and I run fast. I just need to find the best route. How is she running in these clothes? There's no rule. Let's go horse mode. Let's go. Faster, run faster.
Run faster?
Yes.
There's nothing faster than a loshu.
So true. The purple festoon is at the butcher's on the West Street. The yellow one is near the tea room in South Alley. So the Bai Dai Bridge is the fastest way through. Is she gonna jump over the bridge again? Good morning. Hello, Florida Lisa. Good morning to you. Should one gaze down upon Pèi City from above, one would spy several black spots rushing forward, each a former victor of the race. Blessed with swift feet and an intimate knowledge of the city's layout, these participants are leading the pack. In the time that it takes for an incense stick to burn, several participants are already clutching silk in their hands. They each hold a different color, grabbed from flagpoles in varying parts of the city. Go, 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 go! How is she running in these clothes? And now I have the green one too. For the blue one, in North Street closer? No, I should go to Mr. Shen's house. Come on, Ju, hurry, hurry. If you win this, you're one step closer to becoming a Xiangrui. That art was so pretty and colorful. Half an hour has passed, and by now, everyone has moved to the Main Street intersection. Here, a flagpole has been erected atop which flutters a red festoon, the victor's coveted prize. Indeed, the red festoon should be hung on the main street. It looks more festive here. I wonder who will win this year. Perhaps one of the Fatao patrol team? You're very kind to say so. The patrollers know the city well, and all of them are well trained. They can certainly run fast. But who knows? The city is loaded with talented people. As they speak, a chorus of voices rises in the distance. Cheers and shouts swell like a tide, rolling down the street, a sure sign that the victor has emerged. But it appears to be a petite figure in green that is drawing the crowd's attention. Before they can discern the details, the figure, swift as a gust of wind, is already upon them. Looks like the winners arrived, and they've left the others in the dust. But I don't remember any of the patrollers wearing green today. That's not a patroller. There's no way. Is she a horse? The figure lifts a foot, stepping firmly on the stone guardian by the road. In an instant, cheers fill the air. This year's champion has been decided. The crowd swarms forward, and amidst them stands NIANGZI, the silk festoon clutched in her hand. Ooh! You didn't! 5 festoons in total. You got them all. Imagine she couldn't count them correctly and she's missing one. That would be so tragic, but I could totally see that happening to her. Following in his wake are 5 large sacks brimming with grain, the rightful reward for the triumphant winner. As you all know, the 5 colored festoons represent the 5 kinds of grain. May the collection of the 5 festoons bring us a bountiful harvest for every year to come. Li Zheng turns around, spreading his arms wide as he proclaims loudly to the assembled crowd. Citizen, the winner this year is NIANGZI from the tavern. Woo! Li Zheng bows slightly and, following the tradition of years past, inquires about the victor's wish. Tell me your wish, and I shall grant it. Anything within my power. Li Zheng's mind still echoes with NIANGZI's inquiry that day. her heart set on visiting the county's archive to delve into matters related to the Xiangrui. Ask for an Xbox? Shouldn't they ask for a PlayStation? Isn't a PlayStation better than an Xbox? Are there Xbox versus PlayStation rivalries? Shouldn't we ask for a car? If this is her wish, a mere word to the keeper of the county archive would suffice. Li-Zheng contemplates this privately, internally commending Junyanzi's thirst for knowledge. I have a PlayStation 5 and it has no games? And your Xbox does? How does that work exactly? How does that work? How does that work exactly? Shouldn't you at least have some fun family games like Cooking Mama? A classic? Don't tell me you've never played Cooking Mama, 𝐂𝐡𝐚. You're supposed to be a gamer. Then...
My wish is...
Oh, car. I wish for the liquor ban to be lifted. She's an alcoholic. The once bustling street now lies under a spell of silence. Not even 𝐒𝐴𝐷 utters a word. The liquor ban is something no one would dare bring up to the officials. The circle of onlookers first fixes their gaze upon Junyanzi, then turns their attention to Li-Zheng. I feel like a car would have been better than this, though. I played Cooking Mama on my Wii. Exactly, so true. The Wii Cooking Mama is the best Cooking Mama. Alcohol legalization, let's go. Oh dear, forgive her, Li-Zheng. She must have run so fast that she lost her mind. Good save, good save. Junyanzi, what are you talking about? Just ask for a few loads of rice. Unlike his usual prompt replies, Li-Zheng takes some time to contemplate. Then, with a wave of his hand, he instructs 𝐒𝐴𝐷 to hasten back to the government office. Are they actually doing it? Before long, 𝐒𝐴𝐷 returns from the outer street, clutching a document in hand. It bears a red seal. Li-Zheng slowly unfurls the document, reciting each word and each sentence with great deliberation. Were they already planning to legalize the alcohols already? They already had the document ready. The regulations on liquor sales and consumption were issued due to the many natural disasters and food shortages of previous years, which have persisted until recent times. However, due to the positive turn in the weather and the abundance of crops of late, and upon hearing Junyanzi's wish, which I'm sure represents the voice of many, all heads crane forward, listening intently.
So...
The liquor ban shall be lifted. Starting with the merchant hub, selling and drinking liquor will not be restricted. Other districts will follow suit in due time. With the speech concluded, the members of the crowd look at one another in stunned silence. After a long pause, whispers begin to ripple. The murmurs grow louder, gradually coalescing into cheers. The news travels from here to the end of the street and then throughout the entire city. Oh, we can drink anytime we want. Junyanzi. The crowd celebrates uproariously. Won't this cause public disorder? Sorry to ask, but I don't understand what happened just now. Had you discussed this with her
It's
earlier?
not like that.
It's simply a coincidence. The abolishment of the liquor regulations was already on the agenda. We had planned to put up signs after the Dushua festival. Junyanzi's impulsive wish just so happened to align with our goals. She wasted a wish. She could have gotten a car instead.
As the ancient saying goes.
There's no time like the present. You know what this teaches us? This teaches us not to think about the desire of others, but prioritize your own desires for a new car first. Still, it takes gumption to do so. From this day forward, the citizens of Pèi City can drink at any time. Well, I guess this does increase her social credits, right? Everyone loves her now. I guess that's fine. I guess that's fine. But with this, she is like the hero of the people. Yeah, that's true. That's true. She's now famous. She can become a social media star. Oh, 2 more parts. Hello, Fanta Warrior. I like how she becomes the hero of the people by bringing back alcohol. Difficult is the way. Dun, 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 dun. On this day, the tavern is abuzz with extraordinary liveliness. Although the Dushua festival has always been a day of celebration, the lifting of the liquor ban has made this year's festivities particularly jubilant. The patrons have been gathered here for days on end, drinking and chatting merrily. They've been here for days. They're just living in the tavern now. They're just rolling around. Isn't alcohol poisoning a thing? JIU basically was trying to be their Shangri. Yeah, because she's learning from Miss Shu, who she thinks helps people by giving everyone alcohol. I thought I prepared enough liquor, but the festival isn't even close to over, and I'm almost completely out. I was starting to think that the liquor ban would never be lifted. Even today, I had to pinch myself to confirm it wasn't a dream. And it's all thanks to JIU NIANGZI. Who knew that such a careless girl would speak out for the people? Oh, hello, Water Moons. Welcome in, welcome in. It was nothing. All I did was ask a question. Miss Shu is always working hard to prepare and deliver liquor to everyone in the city. So I thought, what if there were no liquor ban? Then she wouldn't have to be so tired. Aww. It's sweet. She's starting to sound like Miss Shu herself, loving and caring, especially to us drinkers. She's learned from the best. Miss Shu has been a great role model for you. Oh, the real question is, say merch when? Say merch when? Say merch when? Say merch when? In the distant future, when the world needs it the most, then the same merch shall arrive. Say cutting board merch when? What does that even mean? Is that a cutting board with my face on it? So are you just chopping at my face? That's a crime. That's a crime. Say cutting board is needed? Yeah? How dare you even think of such indiscretions? Is say flat? Does it look like it? Avatar, the same merch, exactly. It's like a booba mustard, but instead of cutting board, shaking my head, shaking my head, shaking my head. It came from the heart. People my age never indulge in flattery. Speaking of the liquor ban, it has actually come and gone a few times in my life. Over the years, the government has issued the ban during bad harvest years to stop people from making liquor from the grain. I suppose there will be no need for you to sell your famous rice buns anymore, although I must admit, I'll miss the liquor made from them. It's the perfect thickness and has the wonderful scent of roasted rice. Don't worry, I've taught JIU NIANGZI how to make the buns. We'll still make some now and then if there's a demand for it. Say is flat from the inside, the outside, front and back? Excuse? 𝐂𝐡𝐚𝐭, how would you even get close enough to me for an accurate inspection? You're trapped in the basement. But the tavern will continue to get busier, so I'm afraid we might not have time to make them anymore. The crowd is all cheering and drinking. Miss Shu pulls Ju Nianzi to one side and hands her something.
This is...
Money? Her first paycheck? Oh. The picture books of monsters and meows. Where did you get them? And here I thought she would get her first paycheck. I don't know what she would do with the paycheck though. I feel like she would just use it. Buying a bun from their own tavern. Li Zheng sent these to you. He knows you're interested in 𝐒𝐴𝐤 and the like. Oh, and tomorrow is the first day of the new year. Let's go to the broken bridge together. Some say that a giant bird has been witnessed near the bridge. It could be the 𝐒𝐴𝐤 you're talking about, and we can pray for good luck and others too. Is that who we think it is? Is that who we think it is? Is that who we think it is? No matter the weather, every year during the Dushua festival, it always rains at the broken bridge outside the city. The scenery on top of the opposite bank is shrouded in fine rain. This atmosphere, as if intentionally breeding sentiments of grief, is sure to evoke memories of the departed. Miss Shu stands with an umbrella, surrounded by pedestrians seeking good fortune on the first day of the year. They hurry by, not pausing for a moment. I don't see a giant bird anywhere. I like how she's angry about it. She's angry that she won't see the giant bird. Is there really a 𝐒𝐴𝐤? Say is so flat she's a PNG and fits on my screen. How dare you! I am a voluptuous PNG. Giant burb near the bridge. Oh no, Mothman! Not the Mothman. Not the Mothman. That's when we're really in danger. Ju Nianzi tilts her umbrella as she surveys the branches above, trying to imagine what the feathers and talons of a giant bird might look like. It's really pouring down now. Maybe it decided to stay in the nest. Birds don't like rainy days. What a waste of time. A waste? If you have a question to ask and you find an answer, then I wouldn't say that your time has been wasted. Miss Shu leads Ju Nianzi to the edge of the broken bridge. The remaining railings and planks had become especially bright in the rain, as if they had been broken by the flood only yesterday. The silent passerbys stopped there, each holding a wooden slip in their hands. Following suit, Miss Shu takes out her own wooden slip and carefully inscribes the questions that have been troubling her for many years. In the past, if you carved your questions on a wooden slip, the gods of 𝐒𝐤 would answer. Back then, I didn't take it that seriously, so I never asked. But when I did finally have a question, the bridge was broken, and it remained unanswered. Ju Nianzi glances sideways and sees the words on Miss Shu's wooden slip. When? My own journey? I like that's the only thing she can read from it. If no one answers, why do people keep asking? Maybe it's because they already found their own answers. They just want divination to confirm it, so they can finally make up their minds. If you want to do something, just do it! Oh my god, she's doing the just do it! You don't have to think that hard about it. Just like the person who left me at the gate of Pèi City didn't. Okay. That's painful. Miss Shu gazes at the broken bridge, falling into prolonged silence. The rain pitter-patters on her umbrella, on the wooden railings of the bridge, and within her heart. She ponders for a long time, unsure of how to begin.
𝐒𝐤𝐢𝐚𝐥𝐬. I'm leaving here.
She's leaving us. Just like the Taoists left her.
Leave my tavern. Leave Pèi City. Follow 𝐒𝐤 and travel around the world.
It'll be a long journey. I don't know when I'll be back. At first, Ju Nianzi cannot make sense of these words. It is as if she has been transported back to the day when she tried to read the labels on the liquor jars. Hidden beneath her oil paper umbrella, only the lower half of Miss Shu's face is visible. Her usual enthusiasm has been replaced by an almost indescribable, serene melancholy. I thought you wouldn't leave. Not like the Taoist and my mom.
I'm sorry.
It has always been my wish to see the greater world, to see what lies beyond Pèi City. Why can't she just take her with her? In fact, every time the storyteller speaks, I cling to every word. Every night I dream of the glorious scenery and legendary characters, and I see myself there, standing among them. When I was a young girl like you, I told my father that I would become a merchant and travel the world. I've been stuck in Pèi City for too long, so long that I almost forgot my childhood dream. The liquor ban was what kept me here. People needed me. They put their trust in me, so I thought it was my responsibility to run the tavern. But now the ban has come to an end, and people can drink whenever they want. No, that's even worse. Then it makes it seem like it's 𝐂𝐚𝐭 fault for lifting the ban and having her leave. No. Somebody needs to run the tavern. Ju can't leave though because they told her she needs to stay to find out about the 𝐒𝐴ngruy. No. So I told myself, this is your chance, Shu. It's time to do what you want, to widen your world. 𝐂𝐚𝐭 carelessly drops her umbrella and steps onto the broken bridge, the rain cascading down her hair. Under the bridge, the turbulent waters rush by, their destination unknown. Fine, but I thought you wouldn't. Since I've been here, I've been trying to find my mother, to recall what a 𝐒𝐴ngruy is by piecing together scattered words from books and legends. I'd figured it out, that you were the 𝐒𝐴ngruy I've been looking for. So I learned from you. I tried to become a good tavern owner. Even then, I was told I was on the wrong path. But I thought, why not keep it this way? Nothing bad has happened. Why not live my happily ever after with Miss Shu? No!
But
I was wrong. After all my efforts, you're still leaving me, just like everyone else.
I'm sorry.
No, don't say sorry. Everyone has their own path. This is all because I followed the wrong one. The rain goes heavier. 𝐂𝐚𝐭 trudges over the broken edge of the bridge and puts her hand on the moist handrail. She gazes over to the other side. It seems so close, as if she could simply take a step to the other side, yet so distant, like the space she feels between herself and others. She has never truly been close to anyone. The book Li Cheng gave me said that any wish of a person who jumps to the other side of the broken bridge will come true.
if it were me, would I be able to jump over it?
Miss Shu swiftly steps forward and grasps 𝐂𝐚𝐭's by the arm, afraid of what might come next.
No one has ever done that. Don't be silly.
This really adds more context to why Ju acts the way she does in the main story. Yeah! How she says she always makes mistakes and chooses the wrong path.
I know, it's just a story, but I took it seriously.
𝐂𝐚𝐭, go back.
The full moon hangs in the sky, illuminating the courtyard. All is still. 𝐂𝐚𝐭 sits in the front of a small table, a jar of fine liquor placed atop it, drinking alone. She's drinking. Lifting her gaze, she sees that Miss Shu's room is pitch black. The mistress of the room has already gone to bed. Back then, I used to wonder why people like drinking liquor. It burns the throat and irritates the nose. It's not as clear as water and not as warming as tea. NIANGZI shakes her head and then lifts her liquor bowl to examine it closely. The bright reflection of the moon in her bowl resembles a jade plate or a delicate silver coin, shimmering and breaking with the movement of the liquor. The little wooden doll, timely as ever, clambers onto the table. They joke and giggle, adding a lively spirit to the previously peaceful courtyard. Alone, alone, all alone. This is so sad. They said liquor could take all your worries away. I didn't understand then, but now I do. All right, have a drink if you want. Want some, want some. NIANGZI's eyes twinkle with joy as she brings forth a large bowl brimming with fine liquor. The wooden dolls commence a dance on the table. Then one by one they leap into the liquor bowl, bobbing up and down within it. NIANGZI lifts her bowl and takes a sip. Then, mimicking the patrons of the tavern, she starts humming an often-sung tune. Oh, is this why we heard singing when Yanase was at the tavern too? The birth of alcoholic horse, exactly. Raise a toast and don't say no. By the flowers in the snow, raise a toast and don't say no. You are having personal feelings now. I'm not. I never have. I guess the Taos was right. I need to become a 𝐒𝐴ngrué, or I'll never leave Pèi City. Yes, that's what I should do. To be a 𝐒𝐴ngrué is to help people fulfill their dreams. The famed tavern keeper of Pèi City, Miss Zhu, solemnly declares her intent to close the tavern and set off on a journey around the world. Her patrons are unanimously overcome with a wave of lamentation. Through several days of farewell toasts, each patron of the tavern says their heartfelt goodbyes. On the final day, the patrons of the city all come to bid her farewell, except for NIANGZI, the servant girl who is rumored to have already found employment elsewhere. Shortly thereafter, the tavern changes hands. We know this doesn't end well. We know this doesn't end well. Till the last drop. Time flies and more than a year has passed. Pèi City seems to not have changed at all, yet everything feels different. The bustling merchant hub is still teeming with people. Did you hear that? Somehow my phone operated Siri. How? What did I say that sounds like SIRI? What did I, Teeming? Still teeming? What? Oh, no. So Miss Zhu didn't turn into horse yet.
Huh?
Would you care to have a drink? The tavern on East Street has some new arrivals. It's festival time now. Why don't we get together with some old friends? Theirs isn't as good as Miss Zhu's liquor, but it's good enough and has its own flavor, I suppose. I think you're saying in the city? Oh! Probably. Darn you, technology! You failed me once again. Old drinker shakes his head and sighs. We average folk may not drink the finest of liquor, but we're certainly able to discern a good liquor. Haven't seen Bear today. Did he take the day off? He has indeed been taking the day off. He's polishing the toes. Toe polishing duty takes precedence. Ask him how the toes are doing the next time you see him. It's such a pity that Miss Zhu has left the city, and there's been no news of her return since. I fear I'll never get to taste the liquor as fine as hers again. Personally, I miss the liquor made of rice buns more. Since the lifting of the liquor ban, there are more taverns than ever in the city, but not one of them knows how to make those buns. Where did you go? I remember Miss Shu mentioning that she taught it to 𝐂𝐚𝐭
By
𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐬.
the way,
It seems no one has seen 𝐂𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐬 for quite some time either. It's all thanks to her that the liquor ban was lifted in the first place. It was she who allowed Miss Shu to leave to fulfill her dream of becoming a merchant with no concerns. This is so sad. Oh, she doesn't know, but then it was going to be lifted anyways. Let it go, old friend. Absence makes the heart grow fonder and all that. I was about to say, of course it's the poet who mentions 𝐂𝐚𝐭 𝐑𝐮𝐥𝐬. There will always be a bowl of liquor waiting for us drinkers to get together over. Let's cherish this moment.
go! Go!
We better not keep it waiting. Let's go. As they walk and talk, they turn a corner, gradually making their way and disappearing into the distance. A figure emerges from around the corner. She has been listening to the entire conversation. What strange behavior. If the ban was going to be lifted anyways at some point, then Miss Shu would have to leave at some point as well. Yeah, but at least 𝐂𝐚𝐭 wouldn't think it's her fault that she's leaving, right? Sometimes I feel like she never left. We can still hear her. Please don't have someone doing the nay-nay. 𝐂𝐚𝐭 follows the familiar path to the tavern and spots a man, the current tavern owner, standing behind the counter. There is not a single patron in the deserted front hall. He's doing that poorly. It is clear that those scenes of merriment are but a distant memory. A thin layer of dust covers the tables and footrests, and cobwebs adorn the overhead beams. Another day, and still no customers. Should I just sell this place? Wow, he's so... oh no. Excuse me, sir. One bowl of gray mister, please. The newly made one, scooped from the middle of the jar. Of course. Come take a seat. Welcoming the tavern's first bit of business in over half a day, the tavern owner quickly taps a jar, pours a bowl of liquor, and brings it forth. A cloudy bowl of liquor with rice streaks floating within it is presented before her. Its color is dull and the aroma is surprisingly faint. Are you sure this is green, mister? It doesn't smell like before. The previous owner left. I brewed this using my secret formula. It tastes even better and has a lasting aftertaste. The secret formula. They always say it's the secret formula. The secret formula. This is why bartenders need a liquor license. Like, can you imagine? He's just fermenting some unknown liquids in his backyard and selling this to people. This can't be right. She immediately spits the liquor back out. The taste is so awful that it is not even worth drinking. Ew, it's awful. You haven't fermented it nearly long enough, and the rice you use is stale. Worst of all, you didn't seal the jar after you first opened it, and the water in the air has affected the liquor. Ah, you must be a professional taster. You're right, but this is our cheapest liquor. Our best liquor tastes totally different. He's scamming her into buying more expensive one. Oh my gosh. No need, I'm leaving. Okay, thank God. Miss Shu brewed every jar with her heart, no matter how cheap it was. Her gaze grows increasingly forlorn. Finding no reason to linger any longer, 𝐂𝐚𝐭 pays for the liquor and gets up to leave. As she makes her way to the door, she hears the tavern owner behind the counter let out a sigh of lamentation, followed by a murmuring monologue. Everyone says I'm not as good as the previous owner, and business is just getting worse. I've been losing money for weeks. If something doesn't improve, I'll have to let someone else take over the tavern. Or maybe I should just leave this place as soon as possible. NIANGZI stops in her tracks and, as if spellbound, promptly turns around. The girl's eyes are filled with distress and confusion as she mumbles. Leave? Like what Miss Shu did? Of course everyone will eventually leave to fulfill another wish, and I will help them if that wish is something I can help with. Ignoring the man's astonishment, NIANGZI heads straight behind the counter, and after rummaging around for a moment, pulls out an unopened jar of liquor from a secret compartment beneath it. Amazing! You're still here. This is the fine liquor that Miss Shu hid here before she left. Come, let's have a taste. Oh, I forgot, you're the owner of this jar now. Whoa! I can't believe she's sharing. You thought this was a heartwarming story when it was the setup to be the main villain instead all along? Exactly! What is this? I am, but I had no idea that it was here. You must have worked here before. Go ahead, without you, I would have had no clue that there was a jar of liquor here in the first place. With an ease that comes from extensive practice, NIANGZI breaks the clay seal, and a unique fragrance fills the room. For a moment, she can almost hear the clinking of cups and the cheerful din of patrons. Oh! A sharp splashing sound brings NIANGZI back to reality. She looks down at the mouth of the liquor jar to see a few tiny wooden dolls swimming merrily in the brew. Fine liquor. Tastes great. This can't possibly be up to health standards either. These mischievous wooden figures have chosen this precise moment to appear. Fortunately, the tavern owner is so enraptured by the fragrance of the liquor that he remains oblivious to the oddity before him. How? Is he drunk already? Is this man already turned up? How is he not noticing them speaking and jumping into liquor? That must have been some strong stuff. This scent, this is indeed one of Miss Shu's creations. There's no way I could make liquor as fine as hers. I don't think I could either. Miss Shu always selected the best rice in the grain store herself, and she strictly followed the fermentation process. Even if the liquor ran out and the patrons begged her for more, she wouldn't open a new jar even a day early. As NIANGZI speaks, she blocks the man's view of the jar with her body and deftly lifts the wooden dolls out one by one, concealing them within her sleeve. 1, 2... The last wooden doll, as if it has dissolved into the liquor itself, is nowhere to be found. Is he the one who turns into a horse? There's no way. Come, let's drink it together. With that said, the tavern owner sets out 2 large bowls, and after a gentle trickling of liquor, they are both filled to the brim and emitting a pleasant fragrance. Wait, this is the fine liquor made by Miss Shu. I should use my own bowl to drink it. Continuing her journey into the past, NIANGZI heads into the back. Her former room remains unchanged, save for a few scattered items. After searching for a while, she retrieves the bowl Miss Shu gifted her on that memorable day. She returns to the front hall, only to find the tavern suddenly devoid of human presence. That's weird. Where did he go? The jar is still on the counter, but one bowl has been emptied. There is a rustling sound from behind the counter, and a striped horse timidly finds its way out into the open. No! Visibly anxious, the striped horse paces around the room, its hooves clopping rhythmically. NIANGZI steps forward, caressing the horse's neck, and gently strokes its mane. Where did you come from? No way! Oh my god. Have I seen you somewhere before, striped horse? Did the owner just leave? Did he say he wanted someone else to take over? If he left, then I will be that someone. And in doing so, I'll help him fulfill his wish. That's exactly what a 𝐒𝐴ngru이 should do for people. A figure pokes his head in the doorway. No, not citizen number 4. Is not citizen number 4 as well. Oh, the tavern's not... Miss Yu wasn't turned into a horse then, you're right. You can come by then. Within a few days, the whole neighborhood has heard that the tavern owner has sold the tavern and returned to his hometown, and that the previous serving girl, 𝐂𝐚𝐭 has become the new owner. The liquor she brews is indistinguishable from that of Miss Yu's original creations, and in no time the scattered patrons once again have a place to gather. The tavern is bustling all day long, almost identical to how it was before. This is authentic Great Mister. It's the best in the city.
Hey, 𝐂𝐚𝐭.
Aww. Coming. I always assumed it when they said the previous tavern owner was turned into the horsey. I thought it was Miss Yu. I was like, when are they gonna reveal she's a horse now? Don't rush me, my hands are full. Feels like the old days when Miss Yu worked here alone. After you came, things finally got easier for her, and now you're the one running the tavern all by yourself. I wonder if there will be another little lady to come help you, just as you helped Miss Yu. Don't forget to make rice buns when you're not so busy.
By the way,
Where did that striped horse of yours go? The one that used to stay in the courtyard? Oh, the horse. I have no idea. It escaped days ago. If you see it, let me know. But let's not worry about that for now. It's time for a drink! 𝐂𝐚𝐭, now the new owner of the tavern, weaves through the crowd, her eyes gleaming with joy. She skillfully attends to the guests, each cup of liquor making the crowd momentarily forget their worries. Indeed, she follows the Taoist's words, to become a 𝐒𝐴ngru이, to do what she should do. In Pèi City, there are many worries waiting to be dispelled and naturally, many wishes to be fulfilled. On the night of the year's beginning, the main street of Pèi City is at its liveliest. Crowds throng the thoroughfare. The cries of vendors ring out. Silk drape high over the streets, and the pile of pomegranates and walnuts rise in little towers on the market stalls. It's the same words as earlier. What? The end. What? The first victim. What? What? At least Miss Yu made it out alive. I was like, Miss Yu is the goner. JIU story done. What a roller coaster. Wow. I can't believe we finished it all in one stream. Oh my god, and I never noticed she's holding a little horse toy. She's a monster. I can't believe this. Doesn't she seem like a villain? She turned that man into a horse and then took over the business for free. She didn't even have to pay to get the tavern back. All according to plan. She's a Trojan horse. 𝐿𝐴 is a menace. She is. She had no idea. That's what makes it even scarier. If she actually knew, then she would be a villain, but she's actually just bumbling about. I can't believe this. It was the dolls. The dolls were the evil ones. That's what they all say when they're under trial. But that's so weird. So the doll melted into the liquor? And then if you drink it, you turn into a horsey. The dolls are evil. The dolls are evil. How do we keep the dolls contained? What are we supposed to do with them? What is the origin story of the dolls? How did they even start appearing? Always love Reverse 1999 story time with Say. Oh, I'm glad. But my theory is ruined. My Jessica plus 𝐒𝐿𝐴 love line. I still think 𝐒𝐿𝐴 might be her father though. There's still a chance. There's still a chance that 𝐒𝐿𝐴 is still her father. Like one of those chocolate bombs, but for liquor and horses, exactly. It's just like Chucky, but less psycho and more drunk. Yeah. I like how the whole story is like, let's get turned, guys. They were like committing crimes, breaking the law, but they were like, wow, breaking the law brings people happiness. I shall break the law too and be an alcohol dealer. I was like, girl, does no one care? And truly, no one did care. But your theory that 𝐂𝐡𝐚 is Verdun's father is still reliable. Exactly right. Exactly right. You know, I feel like 𝐂𝐡𝐚's bloodline in Verdun is what's disrupting her arcane abilities. She's unable to unleash her full arcane abilities because of her 𝐂𝐡𝐚 bloodline. Have you used the put in the code? No, I have not. Oh, I should have written it down. All right. I don't think we have too many pulls though. We don't have too many. We have very little. Very little.
My immortality allows me to be well informed.
Give me money, eternity. Give me money. Honorary pack rat. Thank you. Okay. Honorary. Ah, my caps lock is on. Pack rat. Does it still work like this? Oh, it does. Thank God. Caps lock does not interfere. 𝐂𝐡𝐚's solo story might throw Say's theory for a loop? Does he have another lover? Saerin is 𝐂𝐡𝐚 Ju's father? No, but then she would be half horse, half burb. Makes no sense. I'm a theory destroyer. All right. Oh, we have enough for a 10 pull though. We have enough for a 10 pull. We have enough for a 10 pull. How far are we in? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20. Oh, we're about 30. 30 rolls in. Let's go, shall we? Let's go, 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 let's go. We have 10 rolls and a dream. I should give all my luck. That's right. Give it over. Oh, yeah. We still have 15 days. But let's go. Is this orange? 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 Hmm? It's here. What? There's no way. Oh.
Excuse me, where is this place?
Oh.
Oh, you mean put my hands on this? It's an arcane skill? An arcane skill makes me speak your language and you speak mine?
Oh, mama, she came home.
Where exactly?
10 rolls and a dream. Now give me back my luck. No refunds. No refunds. No refunds. Wow. Wow. She's here. Oh my God, she's gorgeous. I like how this doll on the bottom here is helping with the water, but also it's not good because they're the one who contaminated the water source. Never had a doubt. Orange, you glad you didn't get to... How dare you invoke his name? I can't believe we got her. What? 39 rolls. 39 rolls. Ah, thank God. Congrats, say thank you. I was worried we wouldn't get her at all. What? Show yourself. What? Boop.
I don't like wearing too many accessories on my head. Tying hair up is troublesome too. But the people in town always do that. I had a good idea. Use my tools as hairpins, making my head a pocket for tools.
Oh, that seems very unsanitary. That means she actively uses this one. It's not a decorative hairpiece. She actually uses it for practical uses. Oh!
Am I saying it right? She is my role model because look how great a xiangrui she is. She's able to transform half of her body into a Yao.
No.
We often roll over the grass, race, and chase the hares passing by.
No! Role model? Role model? Role model? Oh no. We're never going to be able to fix her if she's her role model. She's just gonna get progressively worse. Child, meet a child. No, there are terrible influences on each other. The one who almost failed disciplinary class? Yeah. This is highly concerning. Highly concerning. Oh! Oh! She already has these dolls who are a terrible influence on her too.
Alright, it starts after I count from 1 to 9. Look, this one doesn't count.
I never noticed that she has this kind of shoulder baggie. I wonder what she's carrying in it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The number
She
of
can
papers
count.
more than 9. Is this what the girl with the flower needs? Did you become yellow after sinking in the 𝐂𝐚𝐭 tea?
In her eye too. Look at her! Look at her! Oh my god! She has a tail? There's no way. Is that a... Huh? 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 No way. Shouldn't that just be her hair? There's no way she has an actual horse tail, right? There's no way. There's no way. It's a tail? It's a tail? Is it really? Oh my gosh. What? She's becoming closer and closer to a centaur as the days go on. Wow. In her EP, it shows her tail. Oh, actually, I've heard a really short snippet of her EP. She's nearing Jessica, you're right. Say wants to bang horses again? Since when? I am a very, graceful, non-horse banging individual. Yes. Say she also has a voice line about Lilia, does she? Oh, medium, the tipsy jade. The work of mixed era unknown. That's what a horse banger would say? No, no, no. Do you know many horse bangers? How do you know this? What statistics have you pulled from? She's totally into shirtless birdmen. Okay, that's true. Which one is her voice line about Lilia? Did she actually? I'm looking at the model closely and it is a tail.
Excuse me, where is this place?
Chit chat, chit chat.
Oh, you mean put my hands on this? Alright, done.
Oh, this is the Jessica one. Oh.
There's a foreign lady who looks familiar and rolls her tongue when she
Oh.
speaks. She visited me a few times at
Oh.
the canteen. No, she didn't drink anything. She just sniffed the jars like a puppy and then left. How rude was that?
Oh, puppy Lilia. She only wants vodka. Only vodka. She only wants vodka. That's so cute. It's cute when, like, after the event stories, they all go to the St. Pavlov Foundation together and they meet each other. The tail, it's moving independently. It has a mind of its own. How frightening. How frightening. Wow. But alright, everyone. It's so cute. She knows Jessica and Lilia. But alright, I think that'll be it for today. I can't believe we actually got her. We actually got Miss Zhu NIANGZI. Yeah. By the way, you can buy yourself Yenisei portrait in the store or some materials. Yeah, I saw. I wonder if I'll be able to save up enough for another Nyan Nyan. The line can be traced all the way down. Her arm just blocks part of her hair. Oh. Finish your story in one stream. Yeah! We actually finished it. I'm so surprised. Thank you so much for staying today for our longer stream. I'm glad we got to finish the story. It really gives some background to how she acts in the main event story. It's so sad though how everyone left her. No. But little baby Zhu NIANGZI was extremely adorbs. You'll have to do 120 pulls to buy another Jew. So no, Fungus, you don't believe that I'll have another 120 pulls? I could get another 120 pulls. I can. I can. But next time, get Tian's story next stream. Do you think you have time to do the echoes on the mountains? I'm not sure if I'll have enough time to do the echoes. So it'll have to be one or the other. Are you guys more interested in the Getian story or... We'll have to see. But we'll probably do one more thing from this patch. There's still about 2 weeks left. So we might still have some time. We might. Getian for me, Getian. Okay. Yeah, I'm interested in learning more about him too. He is the mysterious burb man. Both is good. Say hasn't even finished main story in Wuwa yet. Wuwa is definitely a little bit of a disaster performance-wise on my computer, unfortunately. Yes. What's Wuwa? Wuthering waves. Yes. But thank you so much for staying for today's stream. I hope you had fun. I feel like it was a relaxing kind of Jew story time for today's stream. So I hope you had a relaxing evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are. And our next stream will be on Friday. Friday we'll be playing Honkai Star Rail. We'll probably be going back to Herta Space Station, and hopefully soon we'll make our way to Penacony. Soon. But I hope to see you all on Friday. Thank you so much for coming to today's stream. Otsuhan! Hound. What? All this luck, it's mine now. It's mine. I'm not giving it back.